Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, offline is a relative term. Hello, everyone. Welcome to. Yeah, I don't know. That was. It did that last time.
I like it. Can we cut this Christmas music?
We can cut the Christmas
music.
I
love Christmas music, Morgan. I can't believe that you don't like Christmas music.
You don't.
I
you
listen
don't,
to Christmas
music.
music.
I don't love celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
No.
Well,
that's not what it's about. It's about capitalism, my friend.
It's about getting.
Sorry,
presents.
you can't believe that
I
don't like to celebrate capitalism.
Listen,
I
this is the greatest.
You'd rather celebrate Jesus.
This is the greatest time of year, Mr. Stock Markets. This is when all of you stonks go wee.
Actually, all the stocks are tanking.
Why am I?
Well, that's probably true.
I don't know why. I was thinking that everything was going to go up.
Danny.
Why are you off kilter?
You got me all cut up. My camera's as tall as it goes, and I'm still all... Well, I guess I can do it.
Oh, I mean, I can... Yeah, that's just the way it's been cropped, I guess. Don't worry, I can... Oh, what have you done?
Well, I'm trying to fix it because you're not doing anything about it.
Relax, my friend. Ooh.
Yeah. Throwing out a statement like, because you're not doing anything about it is fighting words in the Christmas season.
In fairness to me, like, you are sat to the right-hand side of your camera. So, like, if you want to be in center of the frame, you're kind of going to have to...
I'm not. I'm in the center. It's because of the cropping of your video. I'm in the center on James can see it on the video.
Everything was just great. And,
well, if you want my honest opinion, Morgan, there's a lot of headroom. There's a lot of what we call white space above your head.
Which is why it's weird that in the video that on Twitch, my forehead's cut in half.
That is true. That is true.
I'm giving lots of room here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Danny. While I tried to say Morgan was wrong, my argument made it more correct.
It's just more that, this has been cropped a long time ago, and then things change over time. There you go. You've been very uncropped now.
Now, I don't want to beat a dead horse, Danny, but I've hated Morgan's like framing forever because it's always been that way. So what cropping did you change?
What? I don't know. You moved house since I last had it all cropped up. I mean, everyone's okay now.
So you guys are both Christmas heads?
Oh my God, I listen to Christmas music all the time, and I happen to know a Christmas song that even you would like, Morgan.
No.
I could probably name 3 that you'd like.
No.
What about the new Guardians of the Galaxy opening Christmas song?
I haven't watched it.
Rain, 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 rain. Dear, 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 dear. I don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here.
Wait, it's a Christmas rock song? That's
it's amazing.
The cringiest. I hate it.
Jeez. I don't know, man. Goldfinger did some pretty good covers of Christmas carols.
White Eyes too.
What's Goldfinger?
Goldfinger is a band.
It's a band from the 90s. I think
Superman
it's the 90s,
and all
right?
that. Yeah. No? Oh my God.
I really think you should watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. I think that at the end of it, you'd have a little different...
really into Christmas.
What about Fairy Tale of New York? Because everyone who hates Christmas likes that one.
I don't know that one.
The Pogues.
Oh, the Pogues.
Yeah, Fairy Tale of New York.
I've never heard of that song. Are you talking about a song? Or
it's a song, yeah. It's a Christmas song. I mean, as Christmas songs go, given the actual lyrics,
that deserves to get written down because Aaron and I luckily found each other in the world, but we both love Christmas music, and so we have a list that keeps expanding. And I've never heard that song, so I'm going to put it on there.
You've absolutely heard it. You must have done.
Is it on the Guardians of the Galaxy theme song? I mean,
it's
soundtrack?
not. It's not on the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. No,
those are the only Christmas songs that he likes.
That's how into Christmas I am. I've been into Christmas since that release.
The Galaxy soundtrack. Oh my God. Oh, hello, Steve the Ghost. Hello, Mikey Mad Mikey B. El Mono Mike's here too.
It's a party. It's a GD party.
It's a Christmas party with all the people who hate Christmas.
Can we call it our Christmas party, or Morgan, are you going to make this a holiday party?
What?
No, I'm kidding.
I don't like Christmas. I'm not like woke-splaining you.
Okay. We'll call it a holiday party, and then we can all get along.
That's not my argument. My argument is that it's just bullshit from the start, from any angle.
Oh, sure. But what about Frosty the Snowman? That's bullshit from the start, but God, a great story.
No, not that great.
It's a great story. It's about a person that knows how short they have on this planet. So they don't care about stoplights. They'll blow past cops. They just want to have a good time because they're going to melt away.
It reminds me of you, Frosty the Snowman.
If you listen to the song, yeah. Like he's running, he's jolly. There's policemen trying to stop him, and I think he actually does stop him.
That's the part I don't remember, that the cops are after him.
You don't remember the cops are after Frosty?
No, I don't remember that part.
Then you are not listening to the song the same way I am. It's an adventure song.
Oh my God.
Right. I mean, get the lyrics. I don't remember what it is, but I think he actually abides by the cops' rules, but just barely. It basically, Frosty does a rolling stop.
Frosty does a rolling stop.
What the heck?
El Mono Mike has a
these
fantastic
lyrics,
question. He says, James, you have a green screen behind you, so why don't you have the AI come up with a sick Christmas background for you? I
Oh
did the
my
Christmas
god, I already have a sick Christmas. Actually, the Christmas backgrounds that I tried to make were all really dark.
Oh god. So it's
They were
almost as if,
scary.
it's almost if the AI understands the capitalistic detrimental nature of Christmas.
I guess so. Let me make a new one.
So what did the AI come up with? You got to put one on now, I think.
All right, I'll put one up. Let me. I
Wait,
gotta
what the
download
frick?
it really
This
quick.
song doesn't say anything about cops. It just says that there is a snowman. He came to life. He had a corncob pipe, and then he was dancing around. And the kids were like, "It's sunny outside. Let's go play." And then he
Melted.
melted.
There's
away.
probably a different version of the song, but it's on my Christmas playlist,
What-
and it's like
what
a
made
really
you-
rocking song.
What
it's
made
like,
you
it's
think,
like
in any realm of possibility, that James was telling the truth when he said that?
I'm
Frosty the Snowman
absolutely telling the truth.
was chased by the fucking cops. What are you talking
I mean,
about?
he told me. Why would I not believe him?
I am telling you the truth. Oh, here it is.
Is it the
This-
Michael Bublé version?
It might be. He's definitely on my Christmas list a lot.
Mickey Bubble. Good God.
All right, so I'm going to give you all four. Whoops. I'm going to put up all four of the backgrounds that
Yeah,
that I
generated
created when I was looking for a winter Christmas landscape. I forgot what I said into it, but
Do you subscribe to Midjourney or whatever?
no, I use several different ones, and I go from each one and I bank up all the credits I can get. But the one I go to is Night Cafe, and it has Dolly 2. It does not have Midjourney, but it has all of the other popular ones linked inside of it.
Danny, what's the point of today?
Welcome to today. Welcome back, first of all, Morgan, because we've missed you a lot.
Thank you.
Which happens to be today. So welcome
debatable.
to today.
I just want to say, James, that NVIDIA broadcast is not a very Christmassy background.
Okay, here it is. These are the
Okay.
Christmas backgrounds. These
These
are
you-
the Christmas backgrounds.
Have you compiled all four into a...
Well, they come as a group of four, and then you can
yeah.
download each one as you want, which I guess I'll do now.
I think that bottom left one, right?
The bottom left one
yeah, I
looks,
guess so.
looks very warm and
Or the bottom right one. Just go for Crazy Town.
yeah, the bottom the bottom right one looks colourful.
Looks the most you.
I like the top right one
This
because
one?
it looked.
Yeah.
that's very. That's very James.
Yeah.
James's AI Christmas right there.
If I get
Either that
closer,
or
the
it looks
shadows
like
seem to
you
disappear.
you drew it yourself.
I don't know. I didn't draw it myself, but I feel like I am the artist that created it because I typed some words into a prompter, and this is like proof that this is my art. Like this is totally from inside my world.
Wow, my camera's just gone wildly out of focus for some reason. But yeah, good job, James. You've done an amazing job there.
He's a big artist. Mike, you can't even watch my morning streams anyways because of your new job. Unless your schedule changed. How is your job going? I guess it's not that new now. It's been a couple months.
Yeah, but we've missed you, so welcome back.
Thank you.
The purpose of today's live stream is to rank all of the games that we've played throughout the year of 2022, either on videos or on a live stream or some way that people got to see it. So we're not ranking every game of 2022 because that would be ridiculous, but we're ranking the ones that we played.
Are we gonna do like maybe like an award for whoever beat the most games this year or anything like that?
I thought you'd ask that question. We'll
Or maybe an award for whoever brought the most games to the table to give a try to.
You wouldn't win that either, would you? Just wait. The only games you brought were Elden Ring and Resident Evil.
Oh, you stop that
He's
when we
talking
go
about the
through
humble,
here.
humble bundle.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, that,
I
yeah,
actually
it was-
really fondly look upon those days. But now there's other options. We could do an Amazon game of the week.
Oh
There
my
every
God.
month
Oh,
there's 4
no.
new Amazon games.
Oh no.
We could do Microsoft games. I don't know. I don't know.
mean,
It's just Christmas and I'm
Game
getting
Pass
nostalgic
is
about
good.
Game Pass is pretty good.
Don't go back that.
Alright.
I mean, play games on Game Pass, but don't go down that rabbit hole of doing the Humble Monthly again because it was an absolute nightmare.
don't know. I think if we look back on it, we're going to be pulling up these videos, right? Are we pulling up videos or just talking about them?
They're just talking about them.
Yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through each game. We're going to debate it for a few minutes, and then we're going to decide where on our ranking scale we're going to rank it. Ranking scale to be revealed. Each time we go to a new game, we're going to run a poll on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, you'll be able to vote and have a say for yourself. But the rule is the same as last year. Whoever the person is who played the game, or the team who played the game, gets the final say.
I think that whoever, and I want to make an adjustment, I think whoever played the game should be able to bump it up one extra score. But to be able to negate all other votes, what's the point of having anybody else even talk about it? I think that they should be able to bump it up a level. One up or one down.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll agree with that.
That sounds fair, right?
Yeah, the idea is that it has to be a debate, so we have to try and convince you not to bump it up or down. But yeah, you have so the person who played it has the ability to bump it up one or down one based on whatever the consensus happens to be.
And they get a vote. So everybody gets a vote, they get a vote, and then they can bump it up or down from there.
Okay, cool. I like this plain making up the rules as we go. It's almost like we're the CEO of a large social media network.
Their vote in secret. Everyone's going to send their vote to me in secret through chat, and I'll be the one that just says out loud what the vote was.
Well, no, the vote will just be on Twitch, but yeah.
Well, it was worth a try. It was worth a try.
Yeah, I'm texting Zach to get him to wake up.
Wakey, Uncle Zach. It's true. He said he would be here, but, it's early for him, bless him.
Yeah, because you guys played Toe Jam and Earl, right? Or was that you and James?
Yeah. I think that might be Game of the Year.
Oh my God, here we go. This is going to be a fight. I'm going to have to ride my bike over to James' house and fight him.
How is Alien Isolation up there? Because we played it. It didn't have to come out this year.
Should we reveal the board so people know what we're talking about?
I guess we should if I'm going to be a spoiler and talk about it.
Intro time, 3, 2, 1. I don't know why
you're running it now.
Yeah, it's running. Boom! Game front. Oh, it's great. Oh, that's Mikey's camera.
Same ring to it.
You know what what all of these thumbnails remind me of, Danny?
Games?
The new Gamefront that's coming out in 2023.
That's where
it's not, but
it's coming out in 2022.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Mikey's promised it will be finished by the end of this year. Now, I don't want to alarm or panic anyone because there are only so many days left of this year.
The real countdown.
But maybe the pressure is what he needs to get it out the door. I don't know. Oh God, he's just sent me a message.
I think he's got this.
He's gonna come in hot.
You saw the look in his eyes last week. He was not flinching. He was not worried. My guess is
in this week too.
My guess is it's already done, and he's being selfish and just playing on the website by himself.
I invited him to come join us for today. He said no, and then he instantly just sends me a message saying Star Citizen is bad. Okay. If you wanted to have a say, Mikey, you could have been involved.
Wait, Star Citizen is bad?
He wants me to put Star Citizen
It's not out yet, is it?
I mean, it's out in the early access type thing, isn't it, I believe? But I mean, you played it.
It doesn't seem like the kind of game you really want to play in early access. I mean, considering the No Man's Land released was awful, why would you want to play early access on a game like Starship? That's not the Bethesda game that is.
No, that's...
Am I thinking Citizen?
No, it's the Bethesda game that's coming up next year is Starfield.
Starfield. Okay, yeah. That was what I was mistaking it for. I was like, I'm so excited about that game. I don't know. I can't believe people are beta testing it.
Oh, no, Starfield is just, no one's seen that yet. But that's just going to be the Elder Scrolls in space. It'll be fine. Anyway, so we're kicking off, I should say, with Toe Jam and Earl. We'll do a nice, easy one first of all. So if I can find what I did with my poll. Oh, no, I've screwed up already.
It's okay.
Where's my poll? I'm going to have to make the poll again.
Don't put your tongue on it if it's too cold.
Yeah, that is advice for life. I've never actually done it, but I believe what you can do in that situation. Oh, have you done it? How
Yep.
did you get? How did you get it to come off again?
I just tore my taste buds out.
That's what Aaron did. I can't believe it. You're the only two people I've ever met that did it and then just ripped their tongue off and had like blood pouring out of their mouth.
Oh no! I don't like it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
either. She tells that story every once in a while, and then she'll show that she's got like a scarred tongue. Like she doesn't have a tongue tip. You might not notice it about Erin, but she has a weird tip of the tongue.
Oh no, I don't like
Did
it.
it bleed really bad when you pulled yours off?
Yeah, I remember it bleeding and stuff. I was very young.
Yeah, so was she. She was like
I don't
5.
I don't have a vivid memory of it, but I know that I did it.
I watched Christmas Story. I think it was yesterday. And I had seen a rumor on some social media thing that the kid that plays Ralphie, the main character from Christmas Story, is also like the supervisor elf in the movie Elf. And I watched Elf maybe 2 days ago, and I was like, oh my God. And I was watching it on Amazon. And Amazon, when you watch movies, you see little things on your phone that show the cast members, and just little tidbits about the thing. And sure enough, this guy was the same character, Ralphie from Christmas Story, but also has made so many Christmas movies. He's been in a bunch of Christmas movies.
Well, they
And
just
his
remade
executive-
a Christmas Story.
Christmas. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it. I watch it. Have you seen it?
No. Zach has also just texted me back and said he's going to try to make it to his car and sent me a link to a winter storm warning that's happening in Hawaii right now.
Oh. A winter. I didn't know they had winter
what?
in Hawaii, but that's fair.
Hawaii residents, visitors urged to prepare for incoming Kona Low.
Oh, he should.
storm
He should.
system.
He should stay home if that's like it.
If he doesn't
Officials
care
say
about Christmas.
this
This-
storm is
what-
only the beginning.
Whatever the
Oh
fuck this
my
is,
God, that
it's
sounds like
not worth him
the-
risking
like
his
the
life
opening to a
for it.
movie.
Yeah. If he gets caught up in a tornado because we're trying to get him to come here to rank some stupid games, then I'll feel terrible. The votes up for Toe Jam and Earl. Currently, we've got 1 vote for 10 out of 10 IGN, 3 votes for good, and 4 votes for James Please. So for some reason, there's a bunch of people who
Really?
don't like.
4 votes for James Please? Those are people that didn't play it.
For Toe Jam and Earl, come on, it is not good.
It's good.
Well,
There's
here's the thing.
no way.
When we played it, I played it afterwards with other friends. Oh my God, is this really happening? God, sorry, I'm just a little shocked.
Yeah.
When Danny and I played it together, it was fun. But we didn't know what the hell we were doing. We were tossed into a retro world and didn't realize, and I don't know how the old game was, but there's some new game mechanics in Toe Jam and Earl. And it is like the best co-op roguelite, like couch playable game I've ever played. Ever. Trying to think of another couch co-op roguelite though.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was very similar to the old Genesis version, very similar in style and stuff like that. But it did have this kind of like flash game kind of visual style, which I was a bit on the fence about.
It's the same thing
the-
that they
the
did
art
with
style I was not a fan of.
Battletoads.
Yeah.
I
The
did not
the
like
art
that.
style, I wasn't like die hard into the art style, and I had no real connection to the original game like Danny did. But despite the graphics, I thought the gameplay was really cool, and we didn't understand it when we were first going through, but when I played it again later, understanding that you were leveling up these different stores and like getting like different abilities, and the ability to be able to see the past levels through the holes in the floor. I thought mechanically the game was fun.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. It's exactly like the Genesis one, though, in that it's the same gameplay that was fun then. Like you say, with bits added on, because there were things I couldn't remember that were in there.
I would say meh then. Meh is in the middle. It's good. It's fine.
I also feel like it's a little unfair to finalize this vote. I think there should be another run through later. Maybe each of us gets, because I can leave it at meh, but I'm gonna have a hard time swallowing meh if there's some other stinkers on this level. Because meh isn't bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
But I don't know if it's good enough. But as the only game up there, I can't really have much of a comparison to something else.
That's the thing. Like,
So-
there's going to be some really good games. They can't all be 10 out of 10 IGN. So some
Yeah.
very good games are going to end up as good.
I think I'm okay with leaving it at meh now with the, it's the first game we're rating. I want to be able to come back to it later.
Yeah, well, how about we just get everything on the board based on consensus, and then with the plus and minus one thing we can do at the end. Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Fair.
So,
fair.
But I'm going to end the poll for Twitch. The final vote was 4 votes for good, 1 vote for 10 out of 10 IGN, and 4 votes for James Please. So I think on aggregate, when you weight it in both directions, I think is probably where it's landed.
Should we write these votes down somewhere? Would you like me to do that, or?
That's all right.
Do we need that? I guess not. We've got it, and we know that that's where it's at.
That's where it's at. That's where it's at. So next up is I need a better way to be able to get all of these poll options in. But next up is Satisfactory. Who played Satisfactory?
I didn't play it.
I played Satisfactory.
Ah, okay. I've heard good things about Satisfactory, but
it was
I haven't
fun.
actually played it.
What I wanted when I played Satisfactory is I wanted Factorio. I think is how you pronounce it. And it was first person, and it had a lot to it. I would say that it's meh. I would say that it's meh or good. I didn't give it enough chance. I basically played it long enough to see that it
Is
did
Satisfactory the 3D one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a little harder than I wanted it to be, but I think if I dedicated a couple hours to it, I would be able to figure out how to get it to work the way I wanted to play the game.
Oh, Mikey's come in. You think he's upset people are voting?
People like Satisfactory though. One of the gauges of if a game is good or not is if I see random people on Steam jumping on it for a long period of time, and I feel like people did that with Satisfactory when it came out.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good game. I just have a hard time putting it above Toe Jam and Earl.
Really? I would say that.
I mean, I didn't play it long enough. I played more Toe Jam and Earl.
There are a ton of people voting 10 out of 10 IGN for Satisfactory.
People really like that game, James.
But then there's also a lot of people voting meh. So it's kind of like 50% for a 10 out of 10.
I would put it on good. It has to be above Toe Jam and Earl.
Wait, but what is your reasoning for why it has to be like? What did you like about
anyone talk about Toe Jam and Earl? I've never seen people jump on Toe Jam and Earl playing it. I've never heard someone go, "Man, Toe Jam and Earl is so good. Why haven't you should check this out?"
But what is
people have all said that about Satisfaction. I've seen
but we aren't asking you to vote for everybody else, Morgan. We want to know what you think. What do you think is Satisfactory?
I'm saying based on the new video game news and general consensus that I've seen, Satisfactory is higher than Toe Jam and Earl. I don't know anything about either of those games.
Well, didn't you play Satisfactory with me, or was that one of them I played by myself?
I think you played by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Satisfactory, but I would bet money that you would not enjoy that game. Because then again, I wouldn't bet money with you because then actually I trust you. You'd tell me. But it's a game where you're creating a factory to automate things. I think Danny would love Satisfactory. I don't think you'd enjoy Satisfactory.
I think I haven't played it, but it does look good. I've heard a lot of people like it. The chat vote so far is 10 out of 10 IGN seems to be racing away. I would suggest that there's 10 out of 10 IGN. Maybe save that for your absolute favorites.
I think Satisfactory is people's absolute favorites.
But if we're counting people's votes, and I hope you counted my vote as Toe Jam and Earl being good, my vote for it is meh. And
even though people are 10 out of 10 IGNing it.
But those people are voting for it as a 10 out of 10. I didn't have that experience. I think that if I put more time into it, I would have. But at the amount of time that I played it, I couldn't put it above meh.
Well, let's carry on. I'm going to vote good, and James votes good.
60% 10 out of 10 IGN.
And so the chat say it's 10 out of 10 IGN. So Morgan, what are you saying?
I mean, I didn't play it. I would say it's at least good.
Okay, so we'll say that's.
Are we giving votes to people that didn't even play it?
Yeah. Well, it's for the majority, isn't it? So it's so 3 votes for good and 1 vote from the chat for 10 out of 10 IGN. So I think for the moment it lives in good, but again we'll review them all at the end.
It makes me want to play that game.
I mean, I would be impressed if you. I would take some time and play it with you. It's kind of like a Minecraft kind of building world, but you're doing automation and robots, like a 3D Factorio.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
I guess I don't know. I would love to play. There's a game called Mind. What is it?
James is just throwing mud in the eyes of all of the voters.
Okay,
Stuff.
sorry.
Okay, we're now moving on to so the way this works is like everyone gets, so I get a say, Morgan gets a say, James gets a say, Zach does when he gets here, but the chat also gets a say, but it's just one
say.
It's just one say that we then weight against all the other says. So so it's not like if you vote 10 out of 10 IGN, that's what it gets. It's just that will bump it up or down depending on what everyone else feels. That's all.
Because we're doing it as meh being basically a 0 vote, good being a 1 vote, 10 out of 10 being a 2 vote, and bad being -1, and James Please being -2. Is that how we're handling it?
No,
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you just made that up.
No, that makes sense. Like, how else would we be doing it?
We're doing
We'd
it.
have to have a
10 out of 10
scale, right?
IGN, good, meh, bad, and James Please.
So Outward so
Outward
far
is
is
a
on
10 out of 10 IGN.
Wow, well the chat's saying James please.
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
that puts
have
it
to
firmly
say-
there for the moment.
Wait. Okay,
Okay,
are we
now
saying it
the-
as I played it with mods or without mods?
Um,
With the mods, it's a very
it's
good game.
basically it's a review of how we're playing it, right? So whatever
Yeah.
you played it as is what we're voting.
I
on,
would say
so-
good is probably fine.
okay.
I just wanted to put it 10 out of 10 IGN to make sure it landed at least good.
Oh, you can't do that.
It's not a meh.
Then I'm
Oh.
going to change
Well-
my Toe Jam to and Earl to a 10
No,
out
no.
of 10 vote.
Well, I'm gonna. Well, you voted 10 out of 10 IGN, and the chat is voting James please. So at the moment, it lands in meh.
I'm going to vote meh also.
Wow,
How do we know
that puts it in bad.
how do we know if the
Wait,
chat
how
has
did
even
meh
played
should be
it?
0? It shouldn't really bring it down. Meh should be 0, and then
Yeah, but
good is +1.
there's an
It's better
overwhelming.
than Toe Jam and Earl.
It is not better than Toe Jam and Earl. You take
Yeah,
that
you
back.
haven't even played it.
I did too. I played it to try to catch up for you to join you, and then we never joined. But I didn't really enjoy it.
Did
that
you do the
much.
mods?
I did not do the mods.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
So-
know the mods.
But I
Because
have
the
Outward
the
too, I
major
believe,
problem
also.
with that game is that it requires a ton of just running, and the
Yeah.
mods fix that.
I would love to know from the chat why vote for James please. What did you hate about Outward? Because I'm
they're
not
playing
familiar
it
with
unmodded.
Outward. Okay.
It's a fun RPG. It's a hardcore RPG. Like you have to keep yourself like healthy and stuff.
Is
It's
this the
not very-
one? Is
It's
this
not,
the one?
It didn't look very pretty either, but that was unmodded also.
Is this the one
No,
that
it
had
doesn't
the
look very pretty.
NPC James in it?
No. That's
No.
Dragon's Dogma.
Oh, okay.
Dragon's Dogma is so good.
I don't remember anything about Outward, so I guess I'm just gonna have to
It's
vote meh because I
it's
don't.
just a
Danny,
big
we are
open world
3
RPG.
We are 3 games deep into this voting, and I think, from my understanding, that I might have a better voting way than you're using. So hear me out. I don't know. Explain how you were ranking it. How did my meh take it down a level to bad?
Because you have a full
Because Morgan votes 10 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
You're voting meh. The chat are voting James please. So it's kind
That
of
should
like.
land it smack in the middle.
So I suppose it does land it smack in the middle. Yeah.
But we should have a way that we number wise do this, because that's how you can really count it. So I think the bad
0
would be
plus
-1.
1 plus 2 negative
Yeah.
1 negative 2.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Just
I'm with
making
you.
sure before we get really deep. I need to have a voting system I can believe in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's good. Yeah. So I think everything's fine, and that's meh.
James,
Okay.
unsatisfied with the democracy, starts attacking the system.
I mean, the way that I'm saying it, I think makes good sense. I didn't mean to drop Outward to a bad level. If that's the way voting works, that's the way it works. But I gave it a meh, which I thought was a 0.
Yep, you're right.
It's
No,
because you made that system up in your mind. Nobody
And
else
it makes
is
a
going
lot of
off
sense
that.
to me.
I know.
Should we
Yeah,
have a
you
vote?
know.
Should we have a vote on my voting system?
No.
Between the Stars. This
I
was
guess
you
I
guys,
mu-
I guess.
Did
I guess
play
it
that?
was. It was so forgettable. I don't really remember it. I believe this was the one where it had really difficult controls and we were flying in the sky. It kind of looked like a, and we didn't play it for very long, but kind of like a
Oh.
Elite Dangerous, but no depth to it.
See, here's the thing. Like, I would put this as meh, because it was fine. It was a perfectly serviceable game, but Outward is better than Between the Stars.
I know, but ToeJam and Earl is better than Satisfactory.
The ranking system is
no, ToeJam and Earl is not better than Satisfactory.
We're not debating old games.
All right, well
rank
then,
those.
I am also voting meh for Between the Stars.
Yeah, it's a meh.
Only one person voted for it, and they voted for.
It's fine.
It doesn't hurt to be meh. It's not bad. It's better than bad.
So we're all voting meh, except for the chat who voted that it was James Please. So
really,
yeah, drop it down. They'll put it at bad. That's
that
fine.
kind of puts it in bad.
No, it doesn't put it at bad. That puts it at James Please.
It does put it at James. Well, someone then just voted
put it
bad.
at James Please.
So that's
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it at bad.
So it goes
That's
at bad.
fine.
Oh, so my voting system does break in that situation because bad is better than James Please, but it still only drops it lower.
Yeah, we're just it's just a ballpark aggregation, and we'll review it all at the end. But
yeah, we can do some shuffling around.
It's it's only for fun. Don't worry.
It's not for fun. This is for real.
But we also gotta pick up the pace, guys.
Okay.
Well, no, it's 3 minutes per game, isn't it? So we'll end this poll early.
Well, the fighting at the end is going to take a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Helldivers.
The problem with Helldivers is that Helldivers is like not dead, but it's very close to being dead.
Because all you need is like 2 or 3 people, right? Oh, is it? I thought that it was co-op multiplayer.
Yeah. I mean, you can do them by yourself as well, but really you need a full team to do the tougher levels and stuff. But like, the whole point is that the community, like, you know, saves an area from the aliens.
Mm-hmm. And basically that world
there's just not enough people.
So that world went to hell.
I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked the game, but I would vote it.
Was good.
I would vote that meh also. My vote goes
I would
meh.
put it as good for sure.
Can I get hair and makeup?
Hey.
Oh, let's see this guy. Let's see what the storm brought in.
So sleepy.
See.
Oh, he's sleepy. Oh, he's cute and he's sleepy.
I don't see him. Hold on. Let me move over.
Wow, you look like you've got
great, Zach. What's going on?
You look like you've got fisheye lens going on today.
I know. I don't know what's going on. It's true. I don't know why the same camera.
Like he's on
we look like we could be related right now.
Yeah, you do look very similar. Same shirt, same beard.
Faces going the same way.
Yeah, faces going the same way. What the heck?
Slightly disheveled. Just a little.
Astroneer, I'm not disheveled. Astroneer, 10 out of 10.
Well, hang on a second. So,
baby.
Do you see the votes for Between the Stars? For Helldivers. There's one vote for 10 out of 10 IGN, one vote for good, and one vote for meh, which I guess makes it good on average.
Yeah.
So the chat's saying good, we're saying good. So Helldivers is definitely good. Okay.
Yeah.
Helldivers
Which it is
done. Yeah, that's fair for Helldivers. So what are we doing now? Astroneer.
Yeah, Astroneer is a 10 out of 10 IGN.
Wow, hot take. Hot take from Morgs.
That's not a hot take. It's a very good game, and I don't play it now, but when it first came out, I've spent a lot of hours playing it. Very fun co-op. See
what the chat say over the next couple of minutes. I don't think is Astroneer. Who developed Astroneer? I can't remember.
Some video game guys. Yeah, some video game guys did it.
Astroneer looks pretty amazing, but I haven't played it, so I honestly don't think I should put a vote in on it because I think my vote would be really good. It looks like a space version of Minecraft, right?
It looks like No Man's Sky.
Kind of. It's like a mix of the two. Kind of. You're like on a little planet and you collect resources, and then you try to get to the next planet, and then so on.
Is it procedurally generated?
Sounds like ToeJam and Earl.
Actually, it's a little similar.
It's better than ToeJam and Earl. Here's the thing, though. I don't know if Astroneer is better than Satisfactory just based on how people like it.
Well, there's only one vote so far, but the chat is saying good.
I would say they have to be at least on the same level.
So you're saying 10 out of 10 IGN, or are you saying good?
I'm saying good.
Good.
If it'll keep it at good, yeah.
So I guess it lives in good for the moment. If anyone else
Darkest
has
Dungeon?
is it something you've played, Zach? Well, I just want to check if anyone else wants to
No.
cast a vote. Oh.
No,
Literally, the only game I've played so far is Toe Jam and Earl.
And you
Okay.
listed as good, right?
10 out of 10 IGN.
Oh, you did list it as 10 out of 10?
No, it was
Oh.
bad.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. My friend
Yeah,
Mark was so into it, it like twisted. It just, I was
Mark
like,
Burnham.
"Oh, why is this the video game? Yeah, it may as well have been Mark Burnham.
My guess is you guys just weren't very good at it, so you didn't get to enjoy the game because you suck.
Wow. Where does it say how many hours you played a game?
Well, I've played it on
yeah.
several different systems. I have it on Epic
10
Games because I gave
minutes.
it away for free.
So
Yeah.
chat is currently saying 10 out of 10 for Darkest Dungeon. Was this
I
one-
thought
this-
I played a lot more Astroneer. I only have 52 hours into it. Interesting.
Did you it was your stream, wasn't it, Darkest Dungeon, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I would say it's good.
So you're saying good.
I don't think it's better than Satisfactory.
Is that Darkest
People-
Dungeon #1?
Yeah. People.
Oh, I
love that
really
game.
love that game, but I would not put it as 10 out of 10. I'd put it as good, like a real strong good.
There's a lot of
Real
votes for 10 out of
strong
10 in the chat.
Huh. Real strong, good.
But it's fun to name people. I thought that was for Darkest Dungeon 2, which I haven't played yet.
I don't know. I mean, it's fun, but it's also like just because there's no action, it's tough for me.
So a
I
lot
didn't
of
play
strong
it.
feelings on 10 out of 10 for Darkest Dungeon. So you're saying good. Chat's saying 10 out of 10. Oh, chat's now changed it to good and meh. I'm guessing it's living in good.
It's good. Yeah. I think this is actually starting to pan out well. Though I cannot. It's very tough for me to live in a world where Toe Jam and Earl and Outward are on the same level.
Hey, not nearly as hard it is for me to see that Toe Jam and Earl isn't above Helldivers or Outward. Ugh.
You think Toe Jam and Earl is above? Why have you never asked me to play?
Toe Jam and Earl?
I've never heard you
I'm
talk
pretty
about
sure
it.
I did at the beginning.
Are
I don't know.
you still playing it? When was the last time you played it?
I'm embarrassed to say this, but I'm playing it right now.
Stop. You haven't
On
played
my
it
other
since
monitor.
it came out.
I did play it once after it came out because it was free on Epic Games, so I was able to get one of my friends to get it.
Ooh wee.
I think it was
Stanley
Epic
Parable.
Games.
So there you go then. The Stanley Parable.
Oh, Stanley Parable.
No. This is just to be clear though. This is
I don't even think this should be on this list
Why?
this is
because
this
it's
is
not a game.
Yeah, it is literally a game.
No,
It's
Yeah.
experience, man. It's
it
experience.
really is. It's really like it's more like an experience. Yeah, thank you, Zach. I was looking for that word.
Welcome.
Experience.
What else is it? It's literally a video
Well, you're
game.
not
Just
really
'cause it
playing
doesn't-
it. You just kind of like are going through it philosophically. You didn't like. Here's the problem, Morgan. You only played basically
All right,
the
Stanley
intro.
Parable, James, please.
No, are you serious? 10 out of 10. IGN.
I'm going. I just want to clarify something though because this isn't the original. Oh, it's not even the original or the second version. This is the Stanley
It's the
Parable
ultimate.
Ultimate Edition that they released this year, which adds a bunch of additional endings and extra content.
That's fair. So I think that what
I
the
really
problem
like the
is,
game,
is-
but based on what James is saying about it, I have to say James, please.
Okay, well, I'm voting 10 out of 10 IGN for the Stanley Parable
Me too.
every time.
yeah.
So
So's the
puts
chat.
that a meh.
11 votes in the chat for 10 out of 10 IGN.
And if you're
But it's not a
What
game,
was it?
so you can't put it
Satisfactory.
up there.
it just should be on basically the first Stanley Parable
I'm
was 10
changing
out of
my
10, and
argument.
they gave us some bonuses.
I
so it should be
agree
off
with
the
James,
charts.
and it shouldn't be on this list.
Zach,
not a video game.
Listen, Sour Grapes doesn't get you anywhere, Morgan. Zach, what's your vote?
I don't know. The logic that was used there was pretty solid, though. James
Yeah,
didn't
was
want it up
James
there.
not right? James, were you right or were you wrong?
Listen,
This is
This is a trap.
Easy. This is an easy one. James, were you right or were you wrong?
it's
Talk about a philosophical trap.
Yeah,
I gotta
this is
turn
over Stanley
Parable
Parable.
on real quick. It's gonna be hard to play at the same time as Toe Jam and Earl, but
James Heaney did not.
I'm actually feeling kind of dizzy. Can we set it aside to see if maybe there's a bunch of games that don't belong on the list? It's not a game.
It's not a game.
Good.
It's
I'd
going.
say
It's going on somewhere. So you're saying good. I'm saying 10 out of 10.
I
James is
say
saying
10 out of 10 too. And I'm honestly not even doing it because of Morgan. I feel like it's just so beyond traditional thought and gameplay. It's too incredible.
So that's 3 votes for 10 out of 10.
It's
One
like the
vote for
humble
good.
bundle of
And
experiences.
and you're still saying James, please.
Stanley
No,
Parable.
I
Toe
think it's
Jam and
good.
Earl. 10 out of 10. Oh,
It lands in
James.
10 out of 10. Then that's where it's going at the moment.
Coo.
Yikes.
I mean,
Uh,
Morgan, it really is something that is different than anything ever created before. It feels like more than a game. It feels like a playing with with AI.
Experience.
It's like
It's such an
like,
experience.
It's not
just
just
like
a video game. It's like moving around in like a 3D space.
I think the
No,
way
it's
tells
a
you-
dialogue with the developer in real time. Basically, you're playing the game and you're dealing with what the mechanics. Like it's kind of like Portal when
That's
you're
what
dealing
every
with
video game
Gladys.
is.
It's different, Morgan.
No, it's exactly the same. It's just in a different form. Like it's like every video
and our
game.
3 minutes is up.
Yeah,
Dead Cells.
10 out of 10 at IGN.
Oh, wow,
yeah,
okay.
I think 10 out of 10 IGN too.
Oh wow, okay. The chat's voting for a solid good. So that's 2 votes for 10 out of 10, 1 vote for good. I think I'll vote for
Love
good.
that game.
So
And each of the DLCs have just made it even better. I thought they did a great job with DLC.
guess-
It's kind of the standard that I look at like roguelites as, like it has to be Dead Cells esque.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10
okay,
IGN.
that's 3 for 10 out of 10. Wow. Okay. There we go. That's Dead Cells.
People are gonna hate seeing Dead Cells above Darkest Dungeon
I
and
mean,
Satisfactory. I think people really like Satisfactory, and we're underplaying it. But I haven't played, so I can't argue for it.
I haven't played it yet either, and I think I bought it. I thought I tried
what
to
is
get you,
this?
Danny, to play it, but you didn't want to play it at all.
Dead
Satisfactory.
Cells.
Satisfactory.
oh,
And you gave it a 10 out of 10? That's weird.
Who,
I'm
me?
gonna tell our therapist about that. Yeah.
Not Satisfactory. Are we talking about?
Wow. Are we just
I'm-
walking in circles here? Come on.
Well, I'm confused because I didn't give it 10 out of 10.
Literally,
I
that
gave
is the
I
last
gave it. I gave
therapy
it.
session.
I
We
said.
talked about you listening.
I said it was good. I didn't say it was 10 out of 10. They voted for 10 out of 10. Anyway,
Okay.
Alien Isolation. It's that game about aliens.
I'm going to have to give that a 10 out of 10 because it got my game of the year in 2014, and I don't
Okay.
believe it's changed at all since.
well, no, I mean,
It
how can
is
it have
the best
changed?
horror game I've ever played in my life. I mean, the problem is this is not even from this year. This is an epic game of extraordinary proportions from 2014. You can't just throw this in and be like, "Oh, where does it land
It's
in
meh.
this?" Oh my god!
I'll say good.
It's a game on rails, which makes it an automatic.
It is
meh.
not a game on rails. Are you out of your fucking mind? Maybe the story's on rails so that they can tell a tale, but then you have all of the other basically wave versions. Like the AI alien is chasing you in a time trial throughout all different parts of the game. Like the actual campaign, incredible, scariest game I've ever played, wonderful story. And when you're done playing that game on rails, like you said, then they have all of these trial things where you have different scenarios where maybe you're fighting not fighting because you can't fight. You're only able
That's
to
part of
run.
the problem.
Oh, it's the great problem because in real life, you're probably not going to be able to take out these AI bots or the alien. You're going to have to use
That's
your
why I
wits.
only play office work. My favorite video game where I just do office work because it's what I would really do in real life. Because that's what video games are for just experiencing your normal real
Okay,
life.
I can understand that people don't agree with me, but I personally cannot give it less than 10 out of 10, as it was my game of the year in the past. I've played it many times since, and I will play it again soon, especially now that we're talking about it now.
You think it's better than Darkest Dungeon?
Absolutely. I think it's better than Dead Cells.
So,
It's not better than Stanley Parable.
So the chat's saying 10 out of 10. James,
give it
you're
a 10 out of
saying
10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan, you're
Sounds like it's-
saying
Meh.
meh? Okay. And Zach?
I'm gonna give it a good. I didn't play too much of it, but it was very
It
intense.
probably
So-
ends on a 10 out of 10.
I think I'll give it
Yeah.
good. So, I mean, in fairness, I think that does kind of put it into 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But we also got to keep in
Um,
mind that we're throwing games in here that are not from this year. They're played this year. This was an epic game of the year. I wasn't alone. Many people gave it 10 out of 10s.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're not. It's not based on the year it came out
Great
or anything
story,
like
man.
that. It's just purely like, it's just literally comparing them as, regardless
Oh,
of
it's
when,
just, comparing all the games that we played this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like your pitch for your video game, especially the enthusiasm that you were giving it all. But
The
is this a
Witcher
2014 idea that you're telling me about?
3 Wild Hunt, good.
Only a good, eh? I mean, I thought you'd have. Well, I mean, you don't like RPGs, but I guess this was one you kind of tolerated, right?
I love
it was-
RPGs.
RPGs.
Well,
Elden
you
Ring's one of my favorite games.
yeah, but you hated Skyrim.
He doesn't like story-rich games.
I like Skyrim. It was just too short.
Oh my god, take that back.
You're an
I mean,
idiot.
all you do is you just become a vampire and then you just run through the rest of the game. Easy peasy.
And this is the guy who's literally just spent 17 streams in Cyberpunk just like doing vigilante side missions and not actually doing any of the main plot. But he refused to do a single side mission in Skyrim. Not a single one.
What you see?
Do you know the definition of insanity?
So currently it's landing in good because Morgan's voted good and the chat's split between meh and 10 out of 10, which puts it in good. So I'm going to say it's good. James?
The problem with it is the action is not actiony enough.
I only played it pre-release on the day I was fired from Gamefront.
Oh yeah, you have bad memories of this game. I remember you telling me about this.
Put it on a
Yeah.
change,
So-
please, down there.
Well, no, I don't know. I thought from when I played it, it was pretty crazy day. It seemed like a good game, but I didn't play it that much. So I'd say good seems like a fair shake to it.
I gotta read the books first.
I was going to say, do you have any? Well, I mean, the Netflix series was pretty good too, I believe. But
I got
only
the
watched-
books on tape, but I kept falling asleep listening to it driving, so I had to switch. No, I'm kidding. I was falling asleep listening to the book on tape, and I just couldn't finish it.
Stone Shard.
Stone
I'm
Shard.
gonna put it. This is tough. I'm gonna put it as a meh,
Really?
even though it's great. I really like it, and I played a lot of it, and I came back to it, and I played it again. But the amount of grinding that you have to do to make it worth it to keep playing is maybe too much, which is saying a lot for me. Like the grind doesn't feel
Satisfactory.
it doesn't satisfy any like grinding urge that you have. So you just keep grinding.
That's
Just to answer Dark
It'll pay
Page's
off.
question,
constant blue balls.
in fairness to James, it wasn't so much that James was fired as much as we all got fired. that day.
Yeah, that was the day. Actually, I guess there's no NDA on that story of that day, and I've probably told it before. But gosh, what was her? Janelle.
Janelle, yeah.
Janelle called me up as I had an Uber on the way to pick me up from the airport, and she said, "James, I've got bad news. Gamefront is shutting down." Thought she was joking, and she's like, "You don't have to go to San Francisco. You can skip out on it, But if you do go, we're asking you please not to announce that we're shutting down because it's not public information. So all you got to do is go there, and you won't have to write anything. You just have to go play the game. Don't mention that we're closing. So I went there, and I just sat in complete shock as I sat and tried to play The Witcher, and I was dying at the same bear at the beginning of the game over and over. Like, somebody came over and was like, do you need some help? I was like, no, I got this. This is kind of my thing. Dying to the same character the whole time.
Oh, that's awful though, because like they're just sat there thinking this guy can't play video games.
Yeah,
How did he get this?
They didn't know. They didn't know what incredible
Yeah, but I mean, I'm
skill
sure
I had.
it sucked. But
James, so you can consider it being fired or us giving you a short little vacation that you don't have to come back from to work.
yeah.
Did they give you guys
Enjoy
severance
San
packages, or
Francisco.
it was just over?
It was to play
they
Witcher
did,
3. That was
They gave me a pretty decent severance package, which is so much more than they gave everybody else that got fired like 3 years later, where people were
or
taking
2 years
computers
before.
or 2 years before. Yeah,
it was kind of different in some of our cases because like me and Jeff and Ron and like we ended up at the Escapist for a bit, but like they shut that down like 6 months later, so that was a bit of a waste of time.
Working in digital media is wild
Yeah.
because every once in a while you just walk in and you're like, where did all the people that sit at those desks go? And they're like, oh, they're gone. Don't worry about them. You're like, okay, Jesus.
they were nobodies. They don't matter.
But everything's fine. We're making a lot of money. Everything's going to be great. Okay, I guess we'll just keep
Well,
plugging
The
along.
empty desks keep getting closer and closer to you.
It was wild though because like that's exactly they were like, oh yeah, we're going to the Escapist and like everything's going to be like we're doubling down on that and blah 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 blah. And then when they just literally did it out of nowhere 3 months later again, I was like, okay, fuck this company. This is just insane. I don't know what's
Ooh,
going
Stone
on.
Shard ended on bad.
Bad. Apparently, according to them. And you said it was
Yep.
meh, so that kind of makes it bad.
I was going to give it a meh vote
makes it
also,
bad,
but
which
I'm
is
surprised to put
crazy.
it bad.
Yeah, because there is something about it that is very fun. There is an element of fun to be had.
Yeah, I struggled with it. It was a lot more fun to play with you at the same time. I found the grind unbearable by myself.
Yeah, that's what it ended up where the grind was like too much. Wrestler, I'm gonna put James, please.
I guess I'm
Yeah.
going to put James Please also. There was some fun in it, but it certainly wasn't in playing it.
No,
Like, it was a
it's
funny
essentially
concept.
Grand Theft Auto 1, but in medieval times.
Yeah. I thought it
is
was
like
a
a
concept,
top-down-
and it would have made a real good like GIF on the internet, but it didn't need to be played.
I don't know if they're trolling, but the chat are voting 10 out of 10 IGN.
No, they're messing with you. Put it at James, please.
I mean,
See, this is why
like,
you
people
can't trust
can
the
mess
people.
with
We
you.
need a dictatorship. And we need it now.
I think that we need to put it at meh. We can put it at meh,
Spooky.
and at the end of the day, we can bounce it down to bad. But if they
No,
are
it's
really
a
going to
James,
give it,
please. There's
I
no
agree,
way that's
but we
above
can't
Stone
just-
Shard.
we can't like. Well, that's
true.
voting for you, Morgan.
There's no,
Welcome
there's
to
zero.
America.
There's
Yeah.
zero way it's on the same wavelength as Outward, and
So-
there's zero way that it's above Stone Shard.
So two James Pleases. Oh, the chat just went in with a James Please too.
Yeah,
Okay.
they
No,
know.
it's a James,
They're trying to be
okay.
honest. Man. They were doing
Yeah,
a
that's-
goof, but
Okay, everyone's voting James Please at this point. Oh, hang on a minute.
I
10 out of
voted
10
that's
IGN.
fair.
If you
Wow,
want, if you
there's
wanna
a
joke
war
around with
breaking
your
out.
vote, you might get an orange man in the office.
There is a war breaking out on the votes. Oh my god, what's going on?
you're gonna
Because
get.
you can
you're
vote
gonna
with your joysticks afterwards.
You can if you have. You can vote for with 100
get-
joysticks
Wait.
for extra votes.
We live
Yeah,
in a
what kind
oligarchy.
of bullshit
You
vote?
can
Yeah,
buy a
this is
vote?
bullshit.
Wait,
Fuck
what?
you, Twitch. Can you
This
disable that?
democracy
That's
is-
not.
You can. I can
Cool.
disable it, but yeah, no. If you want to spend your joysticks, you can.
People
you
are
can-
riding 10 out of 10. They're
Okay,
into
let
it.
them grind. Let them ride it hard.
James Please is now going up and up and up and up and up.
I mean, I wish that we could take those votes
This
away,
is
but I just
trolling.
don't think it's fair. We got to let them troll. At the end of the day, we did give ourselves the out to bounce it down a step.
All
but
right,
I think
put
that,
in
like it or
men, I
not-
guess, but that's
Is that
hard.
really where it's landing? I gotta pull this up.
The
People
votes,
gotta be better
no,
than that.
it's not finished yet. It's going up and down. We've
like-
got to let this roll
yeah.
out to the end now.
The chat's
Yeah.
going nuts for 10 out of 10.
Head to
Yeah,
head.
the chat's going.
Wow.
Yeah, but they're not voting for it. They need to actually put like James Please is and 10 out of 10 are like 50-50. This has turned into a meme, but yeah, 36
That's
votes.
even
Look how
goes.
many votes are on this.
That might
41
What
votes for
have
10
you
out of
done?
10 and 42 votes for James Please.
For Rustler.
This is all for Rustler, yeah. I can't wait. I want to see what this ends at. This
I
is
mean, it's probably
this-
better than Alien Isolation.
Proud to be a Game Frontier.
this is going to be one of the best polls that have been run this week, and that's including Elon's.
Oh, my.
Oh, political.
James Please is now rocketing up. It's nearly over.
Yeah, it's only 100 channel points. Who's isn't Steve the Ghost like rolling in like millions?
Yep. James Please is taking it. Rustler is in James Please. Victory is
Are you
assured.
sure about that?
There's
Yeah.
a rightful God,
That was
right?
rough,
and just God in the world.
rough stuff. Okay. Minion Masters.
Oh
I
man,
hate that game. I hate that game.
Really?
Oh, so is the James Please?
I don't know if I can. I guess I don't know what I can do with it.
I looked
just-
this up. I just pulled it up on Steam. I have 443 hours in this game, and it's a James Please. That's only on Steam. That's not including my Xbox account.
I've increased the number of joysticks for additional votes to 1,000 joysticks. So,
No,
Wow.
Dan, you
No,
can't
there
do
should be
that.
none. You can't buy a vote.
You can't change the voting. That changes. It's. I disagree with what people are doing, but those are the rules.
you can, because it means that the loyalist viewers who have accumulated the most points have a weightier say.
But then they
Well, the
had.
richest
But the
people
votes
who've
they had
been added.
earlier
That
were
is-
different.
that's-
You get it.
that's-
You
that's
get
how-
it.
Holy.
This is how
The
polls
You
on.
can't change the
This is
price
how
of the vote in the
poll-
middle.
This is how polls on Twitch work. This is how it works.
You change
gonna
the
say,
price
hey,
in the
Okay,
middle.
would you look Karl Marx in the eye and say that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Listen, this you want me to take the points away altogether, and now you're complaining
Yeah.
that I'm changing the price. So which one is it, James?
It's you can't
pick
have
a
you
side.
can't have money involved in the vote. Everyone
It's
knows
not
that's
money.
a bad idea,
It's not
except
real
for people
money.
with
It's-
money.
It's
It's
joysticks.
the currency that we use.
It's watch
they're-
But
time.
how do you
have the
get
currency,
joysticks? Don't
and
you
then
get it
people
by
that-
watching? So you
Yes.
get it by paying attention.
Yeah, exactly. So
Ooh.
anyway,
So I feel like that's different than money. I think that is like if
What
they
else
could,
do
I
you
mean
call
I
it
don't
when
know
you
if I
spend
say
time
this.
doing a thing and then they give you a thing that has value?
Well, if that
That's a
thing
job,
is,
and that thing is money.
there's a lot of sides I agree with you, and I don't like how these people are using their votes. But at the same time, wouldn't you want it to be the people that are paying the most attention that have the most say?
No. What you're arguing for is
I know
is
what I'm
fascism.
arguing for, and it's not good. Well, it's not
That's-
necessary. No, it's not fascism.
That's the main argument for fascism. Read a book.
Yeah, but the problem is they're debating who's paying attention.
No, they're saying
they're-
that
they-
you've got a
normal
minute
person
left to decide
can't
where
be
Minion
up-
Masters is going. It's
can't
currently
be up to date on politics enough to have any say in what happens in the political sphere, and so they need people at the top to control everything.
I've never paid attention to Minion Masters, and I'm putting my vote in for James, please. 'Cause this is America, and I can vote whether I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
exactly.
There we
That's
go.
democracy
Yeah,
for
we're
you.
talking.
The chat vote is kind of bouncing between 10 out of 10 and bad with one vote from there.
Holy moly! It's the concept of the game is amazing. It's a very fun game to play. They destroyed the economy in it by changing the fact that you couldn't earn yourself a battle pass through hundreds of hours of play.
Is this when you're like a hero and you control like those little yellow banana things that like make noise? Like,
Final
you're
vote.
Thinking of you're thinking of the Gru movies.
Final vote
Yeah.
for Minion Masters from the chat was bad. What are you saying, James, please? Morgan?
I'm still on a James, please.
James, have you got a vote?
I'm gonna say James Please, but for different reasons than Morgan's saying. I just think it's a bad game. I don't think those kinds of games should be made. I feel like they're not healthy. They're not fun.
Wait, how many
They're
hours do you have? You have hundreds of hours too.
I think it's a bad game. I think that it ruins lives. I have 242 hours of it.
Yeah.
Okay, James,
I don't
please, it
like
is
that
then.
game. I wish, yeah. Every hour I spent playing that game was an hour I couldn't have played something that, like Stanley Parable, Dead Cells, any of the other games. It's a bad game.
Wolfenstein: The Old Blood is a good game, in my opinion. But
I didn't play it.
Yeah.
I
would
don't
say
really
it's a
know
good
much about
game.
it.
It's fun. It's just a kind of a quick first-person shooter.
Was it like
Fast-paced.
the updated Wolfenstein, or was it like back to retro?
No, it's updated. It's a prequel to the new ones that they made.
Mm.
I thought it was fun. I had a good time playing it. I would say.
I think
good.
they released it between the new or Wolfenstein and then Wolfenstein 2. Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
Family friends. Wolfenstein.
There's an alternate universe where everybody called them Wolfensteins all
the
the whole
Wolfenstein
time.
Bears.
The Wolfenstein Bears.
Death.
That thing
I
still
mean-
freaks me out.
yeah, I mean,
What?
I
Death on the screen.
The Berenstein Bears.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
Bears.
how does that freak you out?
Well, because I thought it was the other way. I thought it was the different one.
Yeah, I always called it Italian dressing as a kid. That doesn't
No,
mean
well,
there's a
that's
difference.
because only
And
the
all my
most, like,
family called it
redneck people
Italian
I knew
dressing,
called it
too.
Italian. I knew people that called it that.
So that's the same thing
Yes,
as
the
Berenstein
Italian.
Bears. Berenstein
No,
and
that's not the
Berenstain.
same thing. That's a cultural. That's like a
You
dialect.
got that French dressing? Got that French dressing?
Italian. Wow.
the
That's more like freedom dressing.
Freedom dressing. Well, is it not Italy that they're from?
Oh,
Oh.
that hurt.
Mortal Shell. I would put.
Well, hang on a
that's
second.
meh.
We haven't done the Old Blood yet.
Oh,
We
they
haven't-
did it.
I got
They're good.
So so everyone's voting good. I guess
I'm gonna
Zach,
abstain
you like
my
shooting
vote
is.
because I
Tom
feel like
Clancy,
I
so-
just don't know. I don't
You don't
even
know
know what
anything
the
about it.
games. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Old Blood is not the one with the young girls in Paris, is it? Is that
No.
the New Blood?
That's something Dawn.
Or
yeah.
Okay.
Dawn of the
Wolf.
Wolfenstein.
Okay. Mortal
Wolfenstein.
Shell.
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
I would put Mortal Shell as a meh.
Oh wait, what really?
I'd
It
say
was-
Matt also.
It was fun, but it was very short.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
I agree with that.
It wasn't like. Yeah, I would rather put more hours into Astroneer or Witcher than Mortal Shell.
It's Mortal Shell is a Souls-like game, isn't it?
Kind of.
Yeah, I found the beginning fun, and then it kind of, I don't know, I lost interest. Like, I would, like, learned the mechanics, and then I was like, oh, that's it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Three
think
different
that the combat was as good as it was sold to me as. Everyone was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's really Souls-like combat. I'm like, no, it's something completely different.
I mean,
But
the
I think
chat,
it was an interesting take.
yeah, chat's saying meh on aggregate too, really. 1 10 out of 10, 1 please, and 1 meh, which kind of makes it all a bit of a meh. Lots of meh.
Yeah. I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Very meh.
It was good. I mean, you know, meh seems harsh on this scale, but meh is actually fine because it's there with Outward, which I thought was
What's
good.
gonna happen when we fill up one of these bars all the way?
It
The
falls
universe
off.
explodes? No. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Because I just took a glance at all the games and I'm finding there's going to be a lot on good.
So everyone's saying meh.
Yeah.
The chat's now leaned
Yeah,
into James
I'm saying
please, but... Yeah, okay, I think that lands in meh.
50% James Please.
I know.
That's got to drop it down one.
You think it's in bad?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Okay.
That's democracy.
That is democracy in action, folks.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm going to
$1,000.
Resident Evil games.
Joysticks.
Let me see.
So this one is Resident Evil 3 Remake. I'm going to reduce the
I
vote
think that
time
one's
to
meh.
Wait,
2 minutes.
is that the last one we played?
That was 4 that we played last.
Why are all of
We played 4. We played 6. We just finished 6. We beat 4 before that. 3.
Wait, is this the one where you're going into the police station as the main hub over and over again?
No, that's 2.
That's 2.
Okay.
This
3
is the one that
after
was
that.
super short.
This is the one we just finished.
No.
No,
we
you just finished 6. And then you played 4 before that.
Wait, what?
So it's the one before that. We're doing all the Resident Evils that you did this year. Resident Evil 3 is the one that's set in... I think it's still set in Raccoon City,
It's
right?
in Raccoon City, yeah.
You start off as... I think you start off as Jill in her apartment or whatever, and it's in like first person, then it becomes third person. It's confusing. But
Oh, yeah.
do you remember it? Yeah.
I'll put it in meh.
And I thought it was...
I put it in meh.
I thought, I like all of the new Resident Evil engine stuff, like the remakes, but the only thing I dislike about 3 remake is that they cut a ton of stuff out compared to the original.
Yeah. It definitely
and-
it looked really good in comparison to most of them.
Can I ask something really quick?
Sure.
Are you guys voting on Twitch or are we not voting on Twitch? Because I haven't yet, but I just pulled up Twitch. And
No,
looked
we
at it.
get a vote
okay.
anyway, so we don't touch.
We get a vote, so we're not putting it into Twitch. Fair.
Yeah. But yeah, and what's the name?
IGNing it?
Yeah, what's the name of the bad guy in 3? I forget his name, but you know the guy. Who
Nemesis,
just
I thought?
Nemesis.
Nemesis,
Yeah. He just isn't threatening in the remake. Like he was really scary in the original PlayStation 2 version. But like in this, he's just kind of
marching around. I mean,
yeah,
it was-
you can just walk into a coffee shop doorway and he'll just ignore you and shit. Like it's,
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, May it is for Resident Evil 3.
It got 4 votes for good.
We could
2 for
bump it
10
up
out
to-
of 10 and 2 for James. Please, I like that the
I guess
trolls
it's
are.
got to put it in
are-
good.
Well, I'm voting.
neutralizing themselves.
Well, no. So on average, they're good, right? So the chat are voting good
Yeah.
on average. I'm saying May. You're saying May,
Yeah, we're all saying meh. So I guess that
Morgan's
brings it
saying
back
meh?
down to meh.
which kind of
Yeah.
makes it land on aggregating a May.
Yeah.
Again, we'll revisit everything quickly at the end. But yeah, for now, that is kind of where it lands. The fuck is fine. The fuck is fine. Farmers Dynasty.
It's James Please, but in a whole different reason from Rustler or Minion Masters.
Yeah.
It is a great James Please.
It's a fun James Please, but it's a James Please nonetheless.
Yeah, it is
Wow,
a James
okay.
Please nonetheless, but a great James Please.
It's a 10 out of 10 James Please.
Yeah, that's I think the best description of it. Hashtag would definitely play that James Please game again.
Yeah, we should do a full playthrough. It's so
In fact,
weird.
when Morgan ever texts me James Please, I know he's just asking to play Farmers Dynasty.
It's crazy.
Okay, so this is like a Tommy Wiseau's The Room kind of 10 out of 10.
Exactly.
Like,
I would
it's-
say that
it's-
is
It's very
it's
bad,
so bad,
but it's so
but
bad.
it's
It's
so
good.
funny.
Yeah, it's like broken how bad it is, which makes it fun.
Oh, well, we made short work of Farmers Dynasty. Then it's a James Please.
It's a known James Please.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that whoever voted 10 out of 10 means 10 out of 10 James Please.
Yeah, James, please never bring this kind of game into my life again.
You could only be so lucky, Morgan.
Rebel Cops.
Rebel Cops.
I would say I've played this style of game, and typically they resonate well with me. If I had not played so many hours in Minion Masters, I bet I would have played more Rebel Cops. I'm gonna put it in meh.
I would say I would put it as a James Please.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the it's like XCOM. It's like
But it's not.
Wasteland, but it's in the
not-
world
it's
of
not
Rebel
XCOM.
Cops.
Yeah, the whole thing felt weird, and the combat was not good, and I didn't like it. It's a James Please. A lot of those Humble Bundle games are gonna end up in a James Please.
So you're
They-
voting.
that's what we
should've called
Well,
that series.
here's the
James
thing,
Please
right?
Series.
You're voting James Please, and James is voting Meh. And the chat is voting 10 out of 10 IGN, which puts it in
Gosh
Meh.
dang it.
So at the moment, it's living
Gosh,
in Meh.
absolute dang it. Please, no troll votes.
I don't think they're troll votes. I
And
think
as,
they're just.
and as
That's a
soon as you
troll
said that,
vote.
Morgan, you just guaranteed all troll votes.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
If you accuse them of being trolls, they'll just troll you for it. So,
I mean, I get it. Toe Jam and Earl should be above Rebel Cops. I don't know what to say.
oh god, it's not going to let Toe Jam and Earl go, is he? I mean,
Rebel Cop should be on the bad level. There's no way Rebel Cops is better than Stone Shard.
I don't know, honestly.
we'll have
I
to
did
wait for
play
the
it
vote
Cops
to
did you
end.
play after the one time we played it?
None more. None
Okay.
more.
There were votes.
But I did like it. I felt like it was my style of game. I should have given it more time, but I blew time on Minion Masters. And now and then you introduced me to Marvel Snap. Also should be in. I mean, I don't know if it's on this list, but what a terrible game.
Oh, it's now 50-50 between 10 out of 10 and James Please as the poll ends. Oh, which makes it so that puts it in bad then if we wait it with your... Someone just came in and put it back into bad at the end there. Drama.
Sometimes.
All right.
Oh.
I'm okay.
I don't
with
get
it.
a vote anymore. I walked away.
finger
Oh,
on
yeah,
the,
yeah.
uh,
Well, no,
scales
of course. If
justice.
you want to make a vote, I just didn't think you played it. But yeah, go ahead if you want to vote.
This is America. I don't know the rest of that song. James, please.
I
So
guess
it
that
stays at
puts-
bad.
I guess it stays at bad, yeah.
Oh, then if I say like 10 out of 10, it's gonna move it up to meh.
Well, it was
Can
on the edge.
I
of
want to
meh.
troll too. This troll thing sounds fun, but I'm not
No.
very good at it. Clearly.
Zach, please.
Rec Room
Yeah.
is a
Rec Room
meh.
is a full on James Please from
10
me.
out of
but-
10.
No. Just because it made you sick?
It made me sick as a dog. That game we played at the end where everyone was just running around in
paintball
that
one?
car and everyone was just like, running around shooting people with the freaking... Oh, it made me feel ill.
Sorry,
The
that you
I
guys
played a
sucked at
lot
the
of
game.
Rec Room. I think it's fun.
The one that we did before with the LARPing thing with the cardboard
The bows and
cutout
arrows and
the
stuff,
bows and
yeah.
arrows and stuff. That I could see the fun in that, but whatever the fuck we played at the end was garbage.
But that's the thing. There's a bunch of different like game types, and people can make
that's
different
VR?
games. And yeah,
Yeah, well, you're
Gosh,
not there.
I got my Quest 2, and I want to play some VR games soon.
I thought we
yeah.
all
I
played
mean,
up in Rec
Quest,
Room.
we can
Yeah, it's
play
getting
some
record.
stuff.
I got mine right here. You guys want to just go do that?
I mean,
Yeah,
Rec Room was titled the worst video that Gamefront has ever made, and everyone in the chat at the time agreed that it was the worst video that we'd ever made. So
But is it like Farmer's Dynasty worst?
I think it's
People are just
borderline.
realizing that The Witcher is stuck on good and not 10 out of 10. People are pissed.
Well, you had a vote at the time. Should have voted.
They can make a
Oh.
push for it at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say okay. Rec Room is probably landing in bad because I'm saying it's James Please.
It's like it was I don't know. I'm gonna say meh.
okay.
So,
Well, the chat's saying meh. Zach says meh.
I'm abstaining my vote. My guess,
Okay.
I don't even know
Zach
what I would
says
think of it,
meh.
but
Well,
and if I have a gut feeling on a game, I'll still give a vote. But I don't even know what I'd think about Rec Room.
just think Roblox but in VR.
I haven't played Roblox, but
Great. Morgan, what's your final vote?
Okay, old man.
I voted on a meh, but bad is probably right. It's not as good as Outward,
Well, it'll be 3 votes to James Please. So
but it's
that would
also
kinda
not as
put
good
it
as
in there.
Stone Shard or Mortal Shell. So maybe it is a James Please.
Okay. Well, that puts it in bad then. So I think we'll leave it in
Yeah,
bad for
I think
now.
that's safe.
Cool. Sea of Thieves. Ho 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 ho.
I mean,
10
I think this game is a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 IGN.
Honestly,
I think I'm going to say 10 out of 10 IGN too. We had some wild times. playing
and
Sea of
and
Thieves.
Mikey was on Twitch saying like any 4 other people would put Witcher into 10 out of 10. Also, the thing is it wasn't just our vote. We all like it was a conglomerate of a lot of people's votes that landed it there.
Yeah.
I didn't vote 10 out of 10.
And there's a chance that some people bought extra votes, and
Yeah.
that we've decided is
Votes
fine.
used to cost a lot less
As a
money than they
community.
do these days.
Oh, that's true. That might have been when it was then inflation happened, and it's probably going to happen again here any second now. 5,000? What are we thinking?
Sea of
Uh,
Thieves has to be a 10 out of 10 IGN.
I'm saying 10. So that's, yeah, Zach. I bet you come on. You like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I felt like I was one of its like I fought for it. Yeah, let's go see it. Thieves. 10 out of 10.
So it's 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10 from the entire game from crew unanimously. The chat is saying good, but I think that weighs it into 10 out of 10. IGN.
Sag.
Coolio. Retro Wave.
Retro Wave.
James, please.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But look
Have
at
you
the
played
box
it?
art. It's so good.
James,
I
please.
would say bad. I would say
You would
bad.
say
that game's
bad.
Retrowave.
You think it's better than Minion Masters?
Yeah. Oh my god. In a million other ways.
You think it's as good as Stone Shard or Mortal Shell?
No, not quite. But I don't. I think that those. I can't. That's not where my vote has to land. I can't talk about all these other things. I can only say that Retrowave was not a James Please game. James Please, I'll put Farmer's Dynasty, Minion Masters.
We played it for
Rustler.
like 5 minutes, and then we were like, "Oh, this is all."
It's one of those. I'm pretty sure I played that even more afterwards. It's just a racing game that is like, no brainer. But at least it's not like an addictive racing game.
You mean
Like you can easily put it down. It's casual. Just because it's casual doesn't mean it's a James Please.
I find some of the worst games the easiest ones to put down.
Yeah, I mean, there's logic to that.
But it's bad logic. Like why?
So chat saying 10 out of 10. Yours,
No,
Morgan
God
says
damn it.
James, please. James says bad, which I guess puts it in bad.
I think they're working their
at the
hardest
moment.
to try to get everything to land in the middle.
They're trying to make a dick. Dick and balls.
I
That's what I'd be doing.
I
Come on,
don't
guys, let's
remember
do it.
Retrowave, but I'm going to probably say it was. I like the artwork, so I'm going to say meh. I don't know. Oh, chat's coming in with bad. Chat is now coming in with another bad. So now it's split. So I guess it's landing in bad. This okay? Bad then. No objections. Going once, going twice. Done. Mafia Definitive Edition.
I want to play it again. I actually do fondly remember it, but these games it's tough to do all this. And Mafia, I played it, but God, I don't feel like I can judge that game. I only played it for a little bit, and it seemed like way better than the amount of time I spent on it.
Can I?
But I'm gonna have to give it meh because I haven't been proven that it's good or great.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
I knew it existed and I'd been looking at it for quite some time. And when you guys played Mafia Definitive Edition on a video, that was the thing that made me pull the trigger and buy it, or at least get it from the Humble Bundle. So, and I played that all the way through to the end.
Really?
And yeah,
It looked like great storytelling. It looked like great gameplay. I didn't play it anymore though.
it was. I played it. It was great. Like you barely got through the tutorial. I think it's if you'd carried on playing it, I think you'd have liked it. The only thing I'd say about the Mafia Definitive Edition, I would round up as this: the way that they've rebuilt the world and the way it looks is gorgeous, and it's just so detailed and stuff. Like the actual setting is amazing. It's a small map, but that's what the original was like, and that's fine. It tells the story really well. They've made a few little changes over the original, like some of the cutscenes have been streamlined and they've added extra bits in and stuff. So they've as remakes go, the attention to detail is phenomenal, and the amount of effort that's gone in is phenomenal. I mean, the only thing I don't like about it is there isn't really an open world element, so it's kind of very much linear story from start to finish. There is like a free roam mode you can unlock at the end, but there's nothing really to do in the free roam.
But I mean, sometimes being on rails sounds like a really bad thing. But sometimes being on rails allows for a really good story to be told.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, movies, like, not every movie can be Bandersnatch where you can change it.
No.
Sometimes a movie is best told in linear format.
The story's great, and I wouldn't change the way it plays out. What would have been nice though is just because the work they did on making the map is so beautiful that it would have been nice to have more to do in the free roam. It would have been nice for there to be like collectibles or little side missions or just some reason to explore it, you know. But I'm going to say 10 out of 10 IGN.
Wow.
I'll put mine as a good vote then. I'll put mine as a good vote.
I'll say
Because
bad.
I was at a meh. I was at meh, but for all the reasons I thought it would be better, you just said out loud, Danny. So I'm going to put it at good.
Okay. The chat says 10 out of 10 IGN. I'm saying 10 out of 10 IGN. You're saying good. Morgan's
I'm
saying
saying
bad. Which I guess lands.
But
at
that,
good.
honestly, that kind of lines up with. I do think Morgan would think that game's bad. That's not his style of game.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
never
it is.
played Red Dead
It's
Redemption, did you, Morgan?
based on how much
Of course I did. I played so much online Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
Oh,
but did you
online,
play single
but
player
not
mode?
single player.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't like that. I didn't finish it, so I can't brag about that. But playing games like that single player, I just know you wouldn't. I don't want to say no. I don't think you'd like.
It's not my jam, no.
Yeah, I mean, based on how you hate it, but it's basically Bioshock in the Prohibition era. You wouldn't like it. All right. I don't know if Zach has an opinion, but he's off doing my.
He's got
Zach. Zachary.
Lego Star Wars.
Did you play? Well, quickly. Did you play
No.
Mafia Definitive Edition?
Oh.
No. Okay, moving on. Lego Star Wars.
Oh, yes.
10 out of 10 IGN.
What did you think of?
That's fine.
Lego Star Wars.
10 out of 10 IGN.
10 out of 10. Okay.
So fun. Yeah.
Let's get
If I had
the,
it on my Xbox, I would just lay in bed and I would collect. I would 100% that game. But it's
Is it
not.
on sale on Xbox right now?
It's
Or did
on
they
Game
add it
Pass.
to Game Pass? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's free on Game Pass right now. It's very fun. But if you just want to quickly play through all of the movies, you can do that as well.
I didn't play it, but every Legos game I've played, I've enjoyed. So I'm gonna give it. I gotta put it in meh. Sorry, better than bad.
What? You didn't play it.
I didn't play that one, but I've played
It's the
lot of
pinnacle.
Legos
It's the
games,
best
and
one.
I
You
actually
literally
played the
play through
original.
all- You played
I
through
played
all
the
9 of
original
movies.
PlayStation 1 Star Wars Legos games, and I liked it. They were good.
What?
Hi, welcome to Gamefront. Our reviewer James is coming with his review. James, did you play the game? No, I didn't
Nope.
play the game, but I'm gonna give it a meh.
Hey,
From
you guys
Yeah,
have voted
based
on
on-
a lot of these games. You guys have voted on a lot of the games you haven't played.
It's true.
I know,
Yeah,
but
he's
the
allowed
logic,
to.
I think-
Democracy,
but
man.
based on-
This is his democracy. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but you're giving it a harsh vote based on nothing, though. Like, why are you giving it a meh?
It's not harsh. I said it's better than bad. It's meh. I
Meh.
like
No, it's not meh though. It's very, very good. It's
Meh.
the pinnacle. So you like
believe-
whenever
It's
you
okay,
think
it's
about
okay.
Lego Star Wars games, it's the best version of that.
It sounds really meh to me, like high meh.
Meh.
High
Meh.
meh.
No, you're
We've
just-
already
high
established that meh
You're
is a
trying
neutral
to-
vote. So, you know,
Yeah, it's neutral.
he's in what? So,
But
Well,
like
it's not neutral
Steve
if
the
it
Ghost
drags
was
it
saying,
down
if
a
you've
10
played
and
one, you've played them
into
all.
good.
I've played a lot of those Legos games. I've played the Harry Potter ones. I've played the
Yeah, those are
Marvel
all
ones. I've
old
played
and
the
trash.
Batman
This
ones.
one-
I've played
I've
the
played some
Star
of those
Wars one from
too.
the.
And those are just okay. This one, I'm telling you, is a 10 out of 10 IGN.
And I'm telling you, my vote is meh. And I think that it's a good vote. I think it's. I mean,
for contractual reasons, I have to vote 10 out of 10 IGN. So I think it lands in good.
Wow, it's really good. It's on Game Pass right now, so if you have Game Pass, go play it. It's a good time. You'll see it's a 10 out of 10 IGN.
Well, the chat voted good. I'm voting 10 out of 10. You voting 10 out of 10. James is voting meh. So I guess that makes it good on average for now. Hitman 3.
this is another one of those games that I bet if I played more, I'd put it up at 10 out of 10. But since I've barely touched it,
Have you
I'd
played
say I'll
Hitman
put it in the
2?
meh. I played Hitman. I mean, I've played a little tiny bit of a few of them, and I don't remember the numbers. But I played all the way through Hitman Absolution, and I thought that game was incredible. Maybe a little too difficult, but you can't judge a game on being a little too difficult. But I'll put Hitman 3 at meh.
Okay. I'm going to say it's good because the Hitman remake games are all great. But they're just kind of like updated evolutions. Even the content comes across like if you own the previous ones. What you're basically getting in Hitman 3 is some new maps for Hitman 2 and a few new features. like the
Right,
ability
which
to unlock
is
shortcuts
generally
and
what
stuff.
most sequels do. What
I mean,
the fuck are you going on about?
It's not necessarily, man. Like, I mean, some sequels can be
10
revolutionary.
out of 10
completely.
IGN.
Wow, I triggered
It's a
Zach
James,
into that.
please.
The troll. He showed its true form.
You know, between James's meh and then you two just going on both extreme ends of the spectrum, it's landing in meh right now.
I don't know. I feel like
But the chat is voting next 10 out of 10 and good, and I'm voting
I
good,
think I'll
so
put my vote as good. I'll
it's-
put my vote as good because, like you saying that it's just basically like all the other ones is what I had hoped it would be like, but I didn't know because I didn't play it that long. But if it is as
it's
good
completely
as the other
different than
ones,
the
then I'll
Absolution
give it a good.
series, though. It ends.
Yeah, this is the
kind of
remake
style of
series.
I just
gameplay.
didn't like the gameplay. I didn't think it was fun.
I thought it was fun. I thought the graphics were great. I thought like the little tiny pieces of the world, like kicking the toolbox off the scaffolding, and like there's a lot of cool stuff to it.
Just bear in mind that
it
James
is-
is talking about the completely wrong game.
Wait,
In this
Hitman
review.
3 isn't the one that you were on the scaffolding going up like on the side of the building at the start?
Yeah, but you don't hit any
Well,
scaffolding off.
You're on the
At the very beginning,
you're abseiling
climbing
at
up
the top of a
Parachuted to Dubai.
skyscraper.
Yeah.
What?
You parachuting to Dubai on the top of a giant skyscraper.
And then you're on a scaffolding and you kick off a toolbox if you're not careful, and it scares the hell out of
You
you.
might be right. You do kick off a toolbox, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one
yeah.
detail he
Yeah.
remembers.
But it's,
Yeah.
you know, okay.
There's no scaffolding, but whatever. I mean, we'll just agree.
What is the thing that you're standing on that you kick a toolbox off?
I think it's just a ledge or like a.
No, I mean,
I think it's,
scaffolding.
You
I don't think
cannot
is
put
the wrong
scaffolding.
term, but
You can't put scaffolding up that high. You absolutely.
to
That-
say
that's
that
what it's called.
a minor
Like when the
object
window
you could
washers-
interact
Yeah.
with by bumping it with
It-
your foot.
Maybe you guys called a lorry or something over in the UK, but
on the Disney lot when they paint the water tank, they scaffolding all the way to the top of it. It's crazy.
Okay, well, we've all agreed that on average it's good. We are now on to. Oh, this is a hot one. Sekiro. Shadows.
10 out of 10
Nice,
IGN.
nice. Ho, 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 ho,
Uh,
ho.
Easy.
I'd say it's good. I'd say it's. I'd vote good.
Well, here's the thing.
really.
None of you
Yeah.
guys know anything about that game.
I
So-
played all the way up to where you're. I played quite a few hours of it, and I've played the
All the
first
way
You can't
bunch
to
of
even-
where
hours.
you
I'm
couldn't
at, I
even get.
beat the
You couldn't
game.
even. You couldn't get through
I
that
didn't say
sentence.
where you're at.
I got
I
all the
played
way
all
up
the way
to. You said I got all the way up to where you're, and then you decided very quickly to
Oh,
change
that
your
were.
mind.
That, I was trying to remember how to explain it. Like, there's a guy on a horse, but I'm thinking there might be multiple.
You
I
got,
got
to the guy
same.
on a horse? That's like one of the first
I mean,
bosses.
Okay, let me just see how many hours I've played of it.
He got to the first boss and didn't beat it.
General something. I'm trying
No,
to
I
think of
got
his name.
past that.
But it's very early in the game.
Steve the Ghost is saying that
I played.
he's only giving it a
I
good
played
because
29 hours of it.
That's nothing.
That's got to
No,
be a
It's
did
joke,
enough to
right?
say
6
that I
hours.
give it a good vote. The votes that I'm taking it away from being 10 out of 10 are just because I like the mechanics of Dark Souls better, and them pulling away from that makes me think it's just not quite on the same level as Dark Souls. Sorry. I
No,
can't put it 10 out of 10 because that's where Elden Ring lives. That's where amazing games like Alien Isolation lives.
yeah. I mean, is the question like because the chat's saying good, I'm saying good, Morgan's
Saying
saying
good too.
good. Sorry, James. is saying
Morgan's
good.
saying-
You're saying 10 out of 10. But my question,
Good.
no, sorry, I got confused. But what I was going to ask you, Morgan, is if you had to compare this to Elden Ring, which one is better?
Elden Ring.
Okay. So does that not mean that given
But if I
Elden
had to
Ring is going to be 10 out
compare
of
The
10
Witcher 3
IGN?
to Old Blood, I would say The Witcher 3. If I had to compare Helldivers to Astroneers, I would say Astroneers. If I had to do Lego Star Wars to Alien Isolation,
I
I
had
would say
to
Lego
compare
Star Wars.
ToeJam and Earl to Star Wars, I'd put it in 10 out of 10 so that it's above Star Wars every day of the week. It's
Your vote
ToeJam
on
and
Star
Earl.
Wars is your weakest point. You have zero reference to it.
I have
You
other
played
games
on
references.
PlayStation 1.
Listen, I hate to do this, but I drank too much coffee. I have to go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. He's embarrassed himself with bad logic and he has to leave.
So on average, chat's saying good, I'm saying good, James is saying good, you're saying 10 out of 10 IGN. And I don't know if
you
Zach
guys
wants to
are
throw a
wrong.
vote in.
Good. I'll say good.
You're saying good, so it is, as it stands, good.
That's crazy.
I mean, when we get to the end, you'll have a chance to pull your special card on it, but we'll do that when we get there.
It's a special
Mine,
card.
MINECRAFTSHOW.
I mean, Minecraft is a 10 out of 10 IGN.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not that
Yeah.
good.
It's
The Minecraft show is
been-
that good, but Minecraft.
think about how long it's been around. And people are still playing it.
It's true.
Yep.
I would say it was good. I wouldn't say it was 10 out of 10 IGN, but you two are both saying 10 out of 10 IGN, which kind of puts it in 10 out
I
of 10
think we
IGN
know what
for the
James
moment.
is gonna say.
He's gonna
Oh, the
say
chat
James, please.
chat is saying 10 out of 10 IGN too. So that's
Yeah.
3 10 out of 10 IGNs for Minecraft. Can we do a live rendition of the Minecraft show theme, please?
A live rendition of the Minecraft show?
Theme. The theme.
I don't know it.
Well, it goes like this. It goes MINECRAFTSHOW. And then you can choose which pronouns you want to include based on the situation. But
What?
generally speaking, we'll go with me and him and her. Well, it could be with him and him and him, or her and her and him, or him and her and him, or they and them and they.
Keep going.
Yeah, this is getting good.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've
I
run
think
out.
you missed out a couple
You're
different.
getting real close to HR. Keep plugging away.
And then together they
Zach, are
played
you
the
recording
show.
this?
Together they played
Yeah,
the Minecraft show.
I'm recording everything now.
Get
What
him,
did-
guys.
Everyone is voting
Oh.
James Please based on my song.
It's harsh.
Ooh.
But the sheer staying power.
We'll have to see. James has got to be the deciding vote, but I'm saying it's good. You two are both saying 10 out of
We
10.
can't
but
wait
the,
for
but
James.
the,
We
but the,
don't know
ch-
what he's doing.
the chat is saying
I
James
think so,
Please.
shoot.
The chat is saying James Please.
It's probably just good then.
That would put it in good for now, yeah. But
Yeah.
that's a hot take.
I mean, there's only so many levels. Let's move on before James gets back so he can be sad
Okay.
about it.
Too late. Voting is closed.
Oh, it's Mad Mikey B coming in hard.
Mikey,
lot of channel-
don't be like tilting the polls. That's unfair.
Yeah, it's the money. You didn't take the money out of it.
Yeah, no, but Mikey's got infinite money.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like if people have
If
money,
Mikey's
they'll
gonna,
use it.
if people are going to abuse the polls, then we'll just stop the polls, basically.
I'm back.
So,
Did I miss a vote?
yeah,
you missed a vote on
Minecraft.
Oh.
I think it's landed where I believe it should go.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Honestly, I do think 10 out of 10, but I'm okay and I understand. I don't play it anymore, but I feel like when it came, like, I don't know, for its time, I think it's lasted so long and deserves a really high ranking. But
That's
this
essentially
year,
what I said, yeah.
yeah,
This year they added RTX and stuff.
it's really cool and they keep adding great content. And I think if I thought too long about it, I might put it on 10 out of 10. But I feel like if that's the case, then why don't I get my ass in there and play it?
I mean, I would play it anytime. I always have fun when I play. Yeah, disable paying for votes. There should be no paying for votes, and Mikey.
Too
has
late.
proven
Then that changes
over and over
all of
again.
the votes in the past. We have to have one voting
Well,
system.
Mikey is over here dropping 5,000 or 3,000 to getting extra votes to knock Minecraft out of 10 out of 10 IGN.
That's just the world we live in. I'm sorry.
No, James, there's so many more to vote on. It's fine. Just no more money for votes.
No, we can't because then we have to go back and re-vote on the first ones.
No, we don't, because it's not.
Then
that
how
serious.
am I able
'Cause
to
it's not
live with myself
that
with Toe Jam and
serious.
Earl in the mess slot?
Because that's where it belongs.
Halo Infinite, I'm gonna say was meh.
I
I
would
know
say
that-
bad.
I would say
really?
bad also. I did not enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it enough to play a second time.
Yeah, and I was a huge Halo fan. I just got over it.
I mean,
the
the
staying power that Minecraft does.
the single player campaign just didn't really
I didn't
keep my
play
interest
single
very
player.
much. I played it for like maybe a couple hours, and then me and Zach played some online, and that went about as well as you'd expect. But it's
I'm glad my brain wiped that completely from my memory. I
was it me and Morgan? I played it with somebody. It might have been me and
don't
Morgan.
think it was me.
Might have been Morgan.
Morgan, save me.
Anyway, the multiplayer was
I'm
about
making coffee, but I'll be right back.
Oh God, you've only just left.
Just leave.
He's only just come back. Anyway, I mean, Halo Infinite was like, yeah, the multiplayer was just like very generic. It's nothing special. So the chat's voted meh. I'm voting meh. You two voted bad, and Zach, I guess,
Bad.
So bad it is.
Bad.
Bad. Spelunky 2. Ho ho ho. Right, this is
meh.
This is one of Mitch's favourite series / games, I believe. But I like platforming games. I'm going to say it was good. I enjoyed Spelunky. I've not played Spelunky 2, to be fair, but it looks just as good. So
Yeah, it was fun.
You're not a fan of platforming games?
No, I mean those style of games can only go so far, and I think it's the best of that style of game. But
I gotta say probably meh. Also, I felt like it was not like I liked the first game a lot, and I don't feel like the limited amount of time I played that they added that much to it. There was time runs that was kind of cool. But yeah, I didn't think that it was as memorable as Spelunky, the first one.
Do you have any opinions on it, Zach?
Meh.
Meh. That's 3 votes for meh. So even with
What
the
are
2
people
votes
saying
for good,
about it?
it's kind of
some good.
it's
Yeah.
split between good and meh at the moment. But
That's
if it's
probably about right.
it's yeah,
Oh, I can't wait to
No.
vote on the next one.
it's definitely meh. Okay, Spelunky 2 seems to be a meh. Paparazzi.
Come on, we all know 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Come on, just roll through
I
it.
mean,
Roll
I
through
think
it.
James Please, and it's almost so far bad, James Please, that it's 10 out of 10 James Please, but not quite.
yeah, it's a James Please.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm being genuinely honest at this point. I think
Just
it is
pause for a second.
it's-
You cannot say 10 out of 10.
It's a solid 10 out of 10 IGN for me. But
No, it's not.
It's really not.
skateboarding dogs on the skate park. Come on,
That
what's
doesn't put it
wrong?
up there with
You people have got
Parable, Dead
hearts.
Cells, Alien. I'm sorry.
You have got hearts of stone, the lot of you. Unbelievable. But I will concede and agree with you that it is a James Please 10 out of 10. If you can
There
agree
we
that
go.
it's
Okay.
if you can agree
Yes.
that it's a James Please 10 out of 10, a 10 out of 10
I'll give
James
it that.
Please, then
I'll
I
give
will-
it that.
I will
It
give
is
James
like
Please.
a joke of a game, and it is pretty funny.
You're a joke of a game, man.
I mean, the
No,
chat. I mean, as much as everybody in the comments absolutely fucking hated Paparazzi when we played it, like they're coming in hot with a 10 out of 10 IGN on the poll. So,
Yeah, they're trolling.
okay, we need to disable the joystick
Yeah,
votes on the
democracy is over.
Well, then I don't feel like
Dictatorship, Danny
if we
King.
if we end our rules and change our rules, then it's hard for me to believe in any of the votes we've had.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, it's not that serious. Moving on.
Okay, I mean, we're agreeing it's a 10 out of 10 James Please. We should make a category called 10 out of 10 James Please, but it's too late.
Yeah.
Next year.
Next year. Okay, no more
Henry
joystick
Stickmin?
votes. The Henry Stickmin.
I think that's got to be a bad game.
It's a
I mean, I
James
did have
Please.
fun with it, but I
forget-
will never play it again.
I
in
forget what
context,
even the
though.
mechanic was. Did you just choose
was-
between two things?
I think it was just like choices. I don't remember. I think that you would die over and over certain ways.
Yeah.
It felt like a Flash game, but not like Toe
Well,
Jam and Earl.
The Henry Stickmin collection is literally a collection of old Henry Stickmin Flash games.
They're like mini games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're literally Flash games, which have been well, because obviously Flash died at the end of 21. I think a
Yeah,
lot
rest
of
in
old
peace.
Flash, RIP in peace. I think a lot of Flash games have just kind of been re-released as standalone things. But yeah, I mean, so they're effectively just old Flash games. I think if you were someone who grew up in the 2000s playing Henry Stickmin Flash games, you'll enjoy it because you have nostalgia for it. But as it stands today, as a game, I mean,
It's not really cutting it.
they're not.
Yeah.
It's yeah. If you, it's bad. I'm going to say bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna say bad too. But I can't put it at the James Please. The James Please is like really bad or so bad it's funny. And I don't think Henry Stickmin is so bad it's funny.
Yeah, Henry Stickmin. But yeah, I agree because I mean, someone put effort into it in the context of making a Flash game, which was
I believe we found another alternate universe.
Yeah,
I'm 99% sure in my past it was Henry Stickmin.
It was Henry Stickmin. But yeah, I mean, they're
and
not.
Berenstein Bears.
Yeah, you have to consider the fact they are Flash games, and Flash games is a different set of skills.
Okay,
for
now
making
no one's
fucking
even
games,
voted
but-
on this. Can we stop the polling so we can just cook through these?
Wait. Okay, I guess. Well, people probably just don't care enough. Maybe that should put it on the James Please.
Yeah,
Windjammers 2. I'd say that's
That's a good
a
game.
game.
That's a really good game.
I
have a
don't
video
know.
to prove it. How many matches did you win, James?
None.
Oh,
0.
interesting. So it sounds
But
pretty
that
good to
game
me.
is free to play on Amazon Luna for Amazon
Oh my
members right
God.
now. You don't
Wow,
even need to
James.
install it. It's just played for free on the browser.
You're a monster.
And then Bezos is one step closer to putting his penis in the big cheese egg we call the moon.
what the?
No, what are you
His
talking
rocket
about?
ship.
Yeah, that's
Bezos
not.
with his
It's
spaceship.
probably a James Please. I like the concept of it. I'm very curious as to why they made a second one. Like I
Is
guess
this-
they made money off of it.
Was this like an anime with like dialogue going on and stuff, and then
No,
It's
Random.
like it's like Pong kind of, except for you're throwing frisbees. It's like air hockey a little bit.
oh
Yeah,
with
it's like
little
air hockey.
characters.
Honestly,
know.
it's
This
probably
sounds-
a
this
better
sounds
game
trash,
than the experience I had. But Morgan kicked my ass every time, which made it not quite that fun for me. But if I had somebody that was at my skill level that I could play against, I think it would have been more fun.
I had a lot of fun playing that.
You
one.
couldn't have enjoyed beating my ass all like every single match. Like
Yeah,
almost.
it really did actually.
Brexus,
All right.
Brexus. Thanks for the follow.
Actually, I think I'm
Brexit.
gonna vote Windjammer as a meh game. I'm gonna put up my thing because I think that my real problem was how much I sucked. I think the
Yeah.
concept in the actual game was pretty good.
I think it's
ch-
actually pretty good.
the chat
But
voted
is it
10
better
out of
than
10
Stone
IGN.
Shard?
I don't know if
I
that
think
It's probably
It's
on the bad
James
level.
Please. It is James Please.
Okay,
It's probably James.
That game
Please
is
actually the correct.
trash.
okay. I think
But
it
it was
lands
just
in
so
meh.
fun destroying James, though. You know.
Okay, that means it does land in meh. What's this Project Winter?
That game sucked because you're supposed to play it multiplayer only, and we basically played it. I think with 2 people. It's kind of like
It's terrible.
I mean, I guess I would have to say James Please,
It's a
and
James
not in a
Please.
good way.
It's
But
because
I don't
of
know
the
that we
same
gave.
stuff that Minion Masters suffers with was their netcode sucks.
Yeah, their netcode sucks. And like it's kind of like what is that game where people are sus?
Yeah. Work it out.
Oh man,
You're
what is
almost
that
there.
game called?
They're sus.
Alone Us? Wait, what? Among Us. Among
Among
Us.
Us.
It's kind of like
Among
Among
Us?
Us. It's kind of like Among Us, but better
Among
graphics,
Us?
better world. But you've got people that you're voting on, like whether they're killers, I believe is what it is. And Morgan and I never really got into a good game. And which it was their code's problem. It was, or maybe it was their fan base. Like there's not enough people playing it. I don't know. But the game was not fun.
And James Heaney is up to serve, and he's talking about a game, sus game. He's gonna go with Alone Us. Close. So close.
But he landed on Among Us, which is correct.
Yes, it's true. You got it there.
The chat's come in with 3 votes for meh, so the chat is saying meh. You're saying James Please. Both of you guys.
Yeah,
saying
I'm saying
Please.
James, please.
I'm saying James Please for sure. It's probably gonna land in bed.
Yeah, I think it.
Maybe
My
when it
coffee
was,
is
like,
ready. I'm
popular-
gonna go grab it really
Just
quick.
go do it.
Good Lord,
We don't
James.
care about your coffee.
Nobody's.
Holy moly.
Oh, the fact he has to announce something every time.
Everyone, stop what you're doing. I have to leave for a second.
And ladies and gentlemen, Sir James Heaney. You don't need to announce yourself.
So, Nobody Saves the World. Was that you and James playing that one?
That was me and James. Yeah, and we were gonna do a full run of it, and then we discovered a different game. But now I forget even what that was. But we discovered Death's Door, and Death's Door was just more fun. But Nobody Saves the World was also a very fun co-op experience. I would say it's at least a good.
Okay. I can't quite remember it. I mean, it looks. I vaguely
It's like a
remember it.
top-down RPG, like kind of like a. Yeah, it was fun.
So you're voting for good.
I would say good, yeah.
Chat is voting currently for bad. There's about 10 seconds left.
Meh. I'm going to go with meh.
And then Zach's coming in with a meh.
Meh.
So if the poll ends the way it is, it's going to land in meh.
Yeah,
Nobody Saves the World?
if you want to get
Yeah,
into that
that's
bonus
probably
pool.
Yeah, it's probably right. I would vote meh.
I put it as good. I had a lot of fun playing it. Death's Door was so much more fun for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one good, one bad, and 2 mehs make a meh. I
Yeah.
think. Elite
It's just hard
Rankers.
because it's hard to shake the feeling that meh is a bad thing because meh sounds so bad, but it's not bad.
Meh is
Not a bad
average.
game.
Meh is average, right? So like meh is it's okay. Like it. I mean, I know we're being facetious with the naming, but meh is it's all right. But it's not.
Elite Dangerous is a 10 out of 10 IGN.
I vote good. I vote good.
How many
And
hours
I'll
do you
be
have?
willing to openly admit that the reasons I don't put it at 10 out of 10 are probably because I suck. Let's see how many hours I have. I've played it quite a bit. I did like the game quite a bit.
I have
It was-
392 hours.
I mean, sure you have more than me, but let's see. Elite Dangerous. An hour and a half. No, I'm kidding. 43 and a half hours.
Oh, that's
43 and a half hours.
James
Yeah,
can
I
technically
liked
still
the game a
refund
lot.
it, but that's enough for him
Wait.
to file his review.
What
figure
turned
it
the
out in 43 and a half hours?
No, I did figure it out. It was just really tough. And like when I compare that game to No Man's Sky, I like being able to get out of the ship and explore these worlds.
Oh, you didn't
that
have the
feel more
DLCs and stuff.
No, I did not have the DLCs.
Yeah, I
I
think
can-
you can get out of the ship all the way now. I haven't done it yet.
Really? That's a
Yeah.
game changer. What was I gonna say?
It's
Oh,
not
but playing it in
it's-
VR is one of my favorite VR games around. Like,
Mm.
what an incredible VR game!
I
To
was
be able
just
to
gonna-
look around the cockpit of your ship like that, it was really
Yeah.
one of the, I mean, there's probably a lot of games that have done it since, but it was the first time I really felt like I was inside the ship.
It's probably is a good, not a 10 out of 10 IGN. I used to because that game is a grind. Maybe the second
It is a
most grindiest game I've ever played. I used to put Netflix. I would like sticky Netflix up in the corner of my screen and play while watching movies and stuff.
Wow, that actually sounds like a great way to play that game.
Yeah, because you're just flying planet to planet like for long hauls and stuff when you're taking tourists to points of interest. It would be nice if
have-
like the points of interest had like like an image or like I don't know. Because a lot of
Did
times
they
it'd
have
just be like, you made it.
multi-cockpit ships where two people could be in the same ship in Elite Dangerous?
They have, yeah, you can be a gunner, bigger ship. Yeah, they have different crew, like in bigger ships now. There's like different crew spots that you
Yeah.
can be. You can play co-op.
I think
That
we
would be
should
very
have
fun.
another list that we do that's not really rated, but games we'd like to revisit and like put on our like almost New Year's resolution of games to revisit in 2023. And this
Yeah.
is one of them. I'd love to play this, especially now that I have the Quest 2.
Oh wow, there he goes.
The
There
chat,
you
You're,
go. Did you pay the high price for it?
hey.
Oh, go ahead.
Just want to get this in. If you're under the library, under a game, and you go over to the friends who play and you hover over their name, it'll tell you how long they've played.
Oh, nice.
I just found that feature out. I thought that's pretty cool because, we're wondering. And you're under a
Holy
game, you can
moly!
immediately tell.
My friends,
Right.
my top two friends. One of them has 2,645 hours. The next one down has 1,047 hours.
Holy shit.
So you're just
That
a baby
includes
in that pond.
Yeah, I'm with 400
James is the-
hours. I'm not even like in it. Somebody played for 21 minutes. They got out of there.
what is this
I
next
own
game?
the game and I haven't played it.
I don't know what this is.
Something Grail? I don't recognize it.
Did
I
you
don't
play
remember
this,
playing
I'm
it
trying to
before.
look at the thing a little. I can't really see the name of the game. What is it?
I have no
Is it
idea. That's what I'm
tactical?
trying to work out. Tactical
Tactical
Grail.
Grail?
Does anyone in the chat
it.
know what this is? Did we even play this? Should it even be there? I don't even know what this is.
Well, leave it up to us to not remember what we've played.
Is it just Grail?
I don't have any game called Grail that has the word Grail in my library.
I don't know how this got there. If it's a
I guess I'll
mistake.
check. I'll check my library on Epic Games just in case it's there.
I where have I got this
Tainted
from?
Grail.
Tainted
oh, is this
Grail.
something I played?
It must have been potentially. Tainted Grail Conquest.
I think I did play this.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a Morgan special.
Oh yeah. It's a like a battle card game. It's an RPG card game.
Yeah. No, it rings a
um,
bell. Okay.
It's bad.
What system is it on? Is it like Xbox?
No, it's on the PC. Oh,
Okay,
no,
I
it's on
just-
Xbox
And PC.
and PC. But that's where I played it. Was as an Xbox Game Pass game.
Is it a Humble Bundle special? Oh no, it's an Xbox Games Pass.
It's
okay.
a Game Pass game. Yeah.
It was on
Um,
Humble Bundle, I think, at a time.
Oh, it
Actually,
looks cool. I like this
it's-
style of game.
It was pretty fun. I would put it at bad though.
Really. It kind of looks like what is that game where you play the cards and you go up the tower?
Slay the Spire? No, Slay the Spire
Yeah.
is a 10 out of 10 IGN.
Oh, this looks like just a different art style of the same game. It's not.
The Slay the Spire art style is completely different than this.
Yeah, I'm saying it looks like same gameplay, different art style.
Oh, the gameplay is different.
Okay.
You're
Well,
like
I'm
traveling
going to
around, like,
abstain
you
my
can,
vote because I don't
choose
really
one.
know.
Yeah.
But I do love games like Slay the Spire. Ring of
I mean-
Ring of Pain I thought was okay, but Slay the Spire is way better.
I thought this game was very fun, but it wasn't great.
So bad, I guess, because nobody else
I would
knows what
say
the
bad.
hell it is. Okay.
Yeah. Moving on. Poll ended. Nobody voted. Nobody cares. Guardians of the Galaxy. This is you and Zach.
I am going to say just for the bedroom at the beginning that this is a solid 10 out of 10 IGN. Now,
The bedroom.
Well,
There
there's
must be an
Danny.
opening.
We don't,
You and
Danny.
Zach
We
in
don't
the
talk.
bedroom?
Danny,
Tell me
Danny,
more.
Danny. You're not supposed to tell him about that part.
it's literally the first thing that happens when the game loads. I mean, what do you want me to do? You know? If you're not
I
going to
also
play
refer to
it,
my
then,
penis
you know,
as
how
the
can
game.
I'm not going to spoil the freaking title screen of the game for you. Like, what do you want me to do? It's not exactly revealing.
Oh yeah,
And I have to be able to talk about the game to be able to justify why I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 IGN, and it's because of the bedroom at the start. Fantastic.
I mean, I can't argue with that. You guys had a good time.
Yeah, we had a great time in the bedroom, and it's a 10 out of 10.
I haven't
IGN.
played the game, but I watched the most recent Christmas special, and I believe,
It has nothing to do
I-
with the game.
yeah, I know, but it was such a good Christmas special that despite all odds, it's affected my
I
vote.
played the
10 out of
the
10
Guardians
IGN.
of the Galaxy on PlayStation 1, so I'm just gonna give it a bad.
No, I guess I'll abstain my vote from this one.
I've seen all of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, so I'm gonna put it. James, please.
I just got a Star-Lord on my Snap. I don't know how that game works at all,
Oh my
but
God, I have that. It's a good card. You can run with
you're
whole
not
Guardians.
still playing those, are you?
I mean, not really, no. But
Okay.
I did just get Drax, so now I have basically almost enough cards to fill my whole deck with Star-Lord, with Guardians of the Galaxy characters.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want that. Oh, there it is, James. That's what happens.
What?
It just
Oh,
breaks into
cool.
a
Makes
new
another-
I've been
another
wondering
line.
what's going to happen.
Yeah, there we go.
The chat voted good. I said 10 out of 10 IGN.
It's probably a good. I've heard really good things about it. I just never played it.
It's very good.
Yeah, I didn't
it's,
play it either.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, if you like the movies, you're going to enjoy the humor in it.
The humor is so good in the movies, and like they did such an amazing holiday special. And I saw the trailer for the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That looks great. So I'm not going to vote, but it wouldn't surprise me if the humor of those characters comes through in the game.
Hades. I have to go
Never
in
played
1
it.
hour's time, so we need to make sure we don't go more than an hour.
10 out of 10 IGN. That's what I've been saying. Let's get this going.
10 out of 10 IGN.
You gotta stop
we
with the
do-
polls.
We're doing 1 minute.
we can get through these.
Each poll lasts 1 minute, so
okay.
That should be
okay.
enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Should
So
be
Hades is a 10 out of 10 IGN.
Okay. That's wow. Okay. The chat's saying
It's
10
a
out of 10
it's
IGN
a
at
very
the moment
very
too,
very
but,
good roguelike.
I mean, I'm abstaining. I don't know enough about it, but I guess that's 2 votes for 10 out of 10 as it stands.
I mean, I played through and beat it. I've talked to random people. Everyone that I talked to that's played the game loves it.
Random people on the street. Have you played Hades?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty then. Wow.
Morgan beat Hades. This is
who-
another one of the games that he beat.
Who
Yeah,
came
I
in
beat a
with the
lot of
James
these
Please at the end? Wow. Okay.
Stop.
10 out of 10 for Hades.
10 out of
believe
10
it or not.
IGN. It's very good.
Iron Harvest.
That's you guys.
I think it was you guys as well. It was James. James remembers Iron Harvest. It's the one that you interviewed him at E3
I
that
think it's
time,
meh.
and then
I thought it's a really cool game. I like the world. I like the gameplay of it, but I'm not going to give it a better than a meh vote because it didn't bring me back. But I did like the story. I played the beginning of it a few times on PC, on Game Pass. I think it was on,
yeah.
and I really liked it, but not enough to put it on the same level as. Well, it's not about that. I didn't like it enough to play through the game ever again after we did it. It reminded me of Command and Conquer, but like modern made Command and Conquer.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very fun. I like the art style. I like the concept for sure.
So solid meh.
Solid, man.
Okay.
Somebody's putting 10 out of 10 out there.
Someone's also putting James Please, which makes it a meh.
Yeah.
So at the moment,
Yeah, so
oh, now it's gone into James. Oh,
2 James Pleases.
that's rough stuff. Did you play it, Zach? I mean, it seems like
No.
it seems similar to that game we played the other day with the mechs, but just more realistic and modern.
That's actually I thought what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, you guys played it the other week.
Oh, Iron Brigade.
It's a bit like Iron Brigade, but it's just more realistic. They voted James Please, which puts it in bad. I don't think it deserves to be in bad.
But
But
that's the world we
where
live
it
in.
is.
Sorry, Danny.
I'm gonna vote good, which puts it in there.
Wow. Changed his vote.
Oh.
The little
Wow.
thumb on the scale of justice.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my God, Danny! That's the
Okay,
kind of thing you do
all right.
later. That's the kind of thing you do at
Okay.
the end.
Fine.
I mean, I
Right
agree
here,
with
there.
you.
You're
but we
only
I'll
gotta-
put it in
gonna
bad.
be able to,
Okay,
like,
okay,
fight for so many
fine.
of them.
The chat can make a mockery of it. It's
I'm
fine.
very curious about where you guys rank this one, Pokemon Legends.
I never played that,
I didn't play it.
and I've never played any Pokemon game, so I'm not going to put any vote in. I played Pokemon Snap.
So this was the one I played. Can I be honest with you? I mean, it's not
Oh,
bad. It's okay, but it's like there's this trend in Nintendo, and Sonic's just done it, where everything's trying to copy Zelda Breath of the Wild. Which on the Nintendo Switch basically translates to vast, empty, barren landscapes with vague things to do every now and again. Also, just the storyline was just bizarre. Like, you're basically like a 15-year-old kid who turns up at this like remote outpost, and the lady who runs the place is basically saying like, "You better fucking work for me for free, or I'm going to throw you out and you're going to die." Is literally what she's saying.
How?
Like, that's literally what she says. She's like,
That's literally the world we live in. That's called capitalism.
"It's called it's called child labor, is what it's called." I'd say it's
It's
meh.
15.
I didn't. Let's put it this way: I didn't finish it. There are people who are going to love it. I'm saying it's meh.
Ooh, 3 votes for good.
The chat's saying it's good. I guess it belongs in good, really. Meh is a harsh review. So unless either of you three have got strong feelings on it, I think good is.
I
where
never
goes.
played it. I've never played any Pokemon game. I'd
Never
probably
ever?
first try the card game before I played anything else.
Oh.
They should do a Pokemon card game, that like the Magic games or any of the card games, so I can play it, because it seems like a fun game. But I'm not going to invest in the physical cards.
Yeah, the card collectible stuff was just a. Yeah, I still have the book somewhere with all the different cards that I'd collected. Forza Horizon 5, I'm going to say was a solid good.
I thought it was. I guess I would say it's good. Also, it was one of the better racing games I've played.
I mean, yeah, good. I would say I played 4 a lot more, and I was very excited for 5, and then I was like, kind of the same.
I had never played any of the other Forzas, so I was really surprised, and I really loved the feeling that like it was. They gave a little more emotion in this racing game, and the opening sequence was so cheesy, but I loved it. Coming out of airplanes and like everybody getting together for that opening race. Yeah, I'd say good.
Yeah.
But it's on the
very
cusp.
fun.
It just barely hits good.
I think they're.
Really? I would put it on the top where it's almost touching 10 out of 10 IGN.
It's hard for a racing game to get to 10 out of 10 for me.
I mean, as far as racing games go, I think it's the tops.
Yeah, I would say tops of racing games.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think it's good. I mean, the Forza Horizon games have got a formula down, like 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Apart from obviously being in a very different location, Australia, Britain, and Mexico, they're very much this. You know, they've got
4, I don't know what about 4. Maybe it was just the timing of it. I got really hooked on 4 and played a lot of it. You know, I was like chasing achievements, and
Yeah,
when I got to 5, I felt like I'd already done it, even though it was different.
That's what I mean.
locations.
It's
kind of the same thing.
you feel like that's what I'm saying. That you've got a formula down. 4, I just was like you, but I think that's just because it was based in Britain. I think we don't get many racing games set in this country, so it was kind of it was refreshing for me to be able to drive on the correct side of the road.
And there's a grassy field.
It was mostly grassy fields, to be fair, but you know, Edinburgh was represented like perfectly. It was weird.
Yeah.
It's exactly as it appears in real life.
I mean, that's how LA is in GTA 5.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, this was like pixel perfectly accurate. Like you could put side by side photos. It was very accurate. Anyway, Resident Evil 6.
I would
Now,
say
which one
Matt.
is this?
That's the one we just finished, and we just released the video yesterday. I think.
That's a James Please.
Oh, come on, James, please.
James, please. James,
It's
please.
a James Please. You guys are playing it right now, right?
Polls up.
The
I
current
put it
poll
at
just
Matt.
says 10 out of 10 IGN.
Oh no, I picked the wrong name. It should say Resident Evil 6, but anyway, the
And then
option
they all say James Please.
Okay, which James, please, do you guys want to vote for?
Resident Evil 6
got
is
that-
James
I got
Please
that one.
all day fucking long. I'm sorry, but that's just the facts.
Oh,
Well,
just
my
a little
vote's
red
Matt.
James all the way.
It's
All right.
There are all the votes for James Please. This is a James Please game. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just we actually played it the other day. Me and Zach and
Yeah.
and
You're not going to
yeah.
finish it?
Nope. It's a James Please. Do you know what it is?
And the vote, luckily for us, our vote said that we don't have to play any more campaigns of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That
They
wasn't
already
an
voted
option.
that
Why
this
would
was a
you even
James
tell
Please.
people? I would have never done that.
Yeah, I mean, we announced it at the end of a Resident Evil 6 thing. Like, vote if you want us to play it, and the vote
Well, I
lost.
was
It was
lying.
just before you caught COVID, so maybe you have like brain fog. But we definitely had a vote, and we're lucky that we get to move on.
Can I tell you exactly what it is about Resident Evil 6? It's got the slow kind of mechanics that Resident Evil games are known for, which are kind of supposed to build tension in situations like, you know, dark mansions and you know, whatever. And much like Resident Evil 5, this is trying to be like Gears of War, but with Resident Evil controls. But Resident Evil 5 was fun because it was just cheesy and a bit weird, and I don't know, it wasn't quite as bad. Whereas this was just like, oh, the characters were bad, the voice acting was bad, the controls were bad, the action was bad. It was just bad. I just didn't like anything about it. Anyway, rant over.
All right. I mean, I can't argue that. I guess those reasons, I think maybe I would change my vote to bad, but there doesn't seem to be anything that's going to take that out of James Please
It's
anyways.
a James Please.
It's James,
sure.
please. Don't worry about it. It's James, please. Choo Choo Charles is 10 out of 10 IGN, obviously.
No.
Come on.
Danny.
Come on. That's a 10 out of 10 James Please, my guess is, but I won't
of
vote
your-
on it because I didn't play. It does
Think of
seem
your
like the kind of
journalistic
game I'd like.
integrity.
I'm going with good.
I'm going. Do you know what's funny about
Or
Choo
maybe
Choo Charles? No, well, here's my argument to you, Zach. You agree with me, right? When we were playing Choo Choo Charles, we just tore through it for an hour and a half, and we felt like time had just zipped by because we were having so much fun. Again, it's probably one of those Tommy Wiseau situations where, you know, okay, every character looks like the neck's been snapped and none of the mouths move and like weird shit's going on. But it was good. I thought it was really good.
Surely it's not better than The Witcher.
No, that's true. It can't go in 10 out of 10 IGN. You're right. Okay. I think good. It's landed as a meh by the chat.
It's in the same category as Sekiro.
But Sekiro's a solid 8, you know? But Choo Choo Charles is a solid 7.9.
No.
The chat's saying meh. On average, the chat's saying meh. So, and you're saying meh. And I'm saying it's good. And Zach's saying it's good.
But what are you talking about, the chat? I see the good in James, please.
Yeah, but it landed. But they both got equal each, so you have to just basically
you think it's up there with
neutralize it.
Sekiro? That's crazy.
Because two options won, it's the average of the two, so it's whatever's in the middle.
Okay.
I guess it's meh, but I'm sad because I like
Inscription.
Inscription, yeah.
That's
played
probably I played it. It's probably a bad. I had fun playing it.
I wanted to play it, but I never tried it.
It's like a rogue like card game. I was on a kick for a while. I didn't finish it. Chat got tired of it, so we had to quit. But I thought it was very fun. But it's probably a bad. It's probably a meh, actually. Is it better than Stone Shard? No, it's a bad.
Chat's voting, James, please.
Yeah, they didn't like it. I had a lot of fun playing it. I thought it was well made. They didn't like it at all. It's got a fun little card mechanic.
They're kind of going up to a meh. Weird. You're saying bad, so I guess it's currently.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the other games, like I don't think it was as good as Outward.
Steve the Ghost says it's a diamond in the rough.
Nobody liked it. Everyone actively hated it while I was playing it. I was playing it around Halloween, and everyone was like, "Please stop playing this. We hate this game."
Okay. Yep. It's bad. Okay. Death's Door was good. I like Death's Door.
Oh, that was for Choo Choo Charles. Death's Door is a 10 out of 10 IGN.
I vote that it's good, and I liked it a lot.
It's a 10 out of 10 IGN. That game is so good.
No, look, if you're going to start taking Choo Choo Charles out of 10 IGN, then, you can't start putting things like Death's Door in 10 out of 10 IGN. Gotta, be reasonable.
Death's Door is a well-polished, well-made game.
Excuse me?
There isn't like broken necks things or like, it's like...
Excuse me?
It's just a well-made
I think
game.
it's a solid, good game, but for me, I would have wanted more customability to make it a 10 out of 10.
Customability.
Customization. I thought the game was great. The fighting mechanics felt really good. I wanted more options for weapons, and like it would have been cool if there was like an armor section. There was just some things that kept it back from like really being what I would say a 10 out of 10.
Weird. I thought it was perfect.
I think it belongs in good. The chat's currently voting for good.
I think they made it exactly like they wanted to. I think the balance was good with the bosses. It was all very fun. All right. Good.
3 votes to 1 for good. Infernax, that's another you, I think, Morgan.
10 out of 10 IGN, baby.
God, all your games are 10 out of 10 IGN. There's a theme appearing here.
I really like this game. There's multiple endings. You can play through it. It's not
Lots of games have multiple endings. That's not...
It was very fun. It was challenging. This is a side-scrolling, like, Metroidvania style game. Very good. 10 out of 10 IGN.
But again, is it better than The Witcher 3? Is it better than Wolfenstein?
Yeah,
is it better than Lego
3.
Star Wars?
I had more fun. Like, it's not as long as The Witcher 3, but I did have more fun playing it than I did The Witcher 3.
The chat is currently on meh.
They're tripping. Tunic is better than Death's Door? No.
Tunic was good. I love Tunic. Okay. I think between the chat's vote and yours, I think it's another good. I think that's only fair in context of Death's Door. So, and we need to speed this along a bit. WWE
what I was saying.
2K22.
It's a bad.
Oh wow, really? You think it's bad?
Yeah, I like what it can do, but the amount of effort and the glitchiness of getting to it is too much. You remember all the hours we put in?
Remember?
I mean, we weren't exactly putting it through a recommended use case. To be fair.
Yeah, but I mean, the UI was so. I guess the game itself was fine, but the UI was so bad.
I would, yeah. Do you know what? I mean, if you remember how bad 2K20 was, which was an absolute fustercluck, like it was a mess. If you remember 2K20, the fact that they rebuilt everything for 22 is nice because they fixed just the years of technical debt that amassed and just the fact that the game was just completely broken. But it's still not like perfect. So I'd say, yeah, it's probably meh. You have to wait for the vote to end anyway, Zach.
No, just put it in there. I'm right. Everyone else is wrong. Let's move on. Mess.
Snipper Elite 5.
I
You
never
guys
played
played
that
a
one.
lot of this.
Shooting Hitler in the nuts. 10 out of 10 IGN.
Woo!
If you say no, we know what's up with you.
yeah, right?
There's a lot of great ways to kill Hitler with a bowling ball, with a bomb on the toilet, shooting him through the balls. Like
It probably ends up as a meh though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being for reality's sake.
Yeah. Being realist.
let's give the chat a few seconds to vote, but I'm going to say it was good. I'm not saying it's a meh. I'm saying it's good. I think it was a good game. And I can't believe Zach wouldn't vote anything less than 10 out of 10 IGN because he loved it as well. Absolutely
You
loved
think it's
killing
as good
Nazis.
as Hitman or
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
I think so.
You
Oh.
think it's as good as Infernax?
So weird to have these things be like decision makers. What is in the previous columns? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
to that
it's-
level?
it's
Chat-
tough.
Chat's voting good. I'm voting good. Zach, are you voting good? Or are you voting 10 out of 10?
Well, it wouldn't matter. It'd go to good.
Yeah, so it's good.
I'll stand by you. Good.
Ah, stand by. What does this freaking Japanese? I'm just going to put Japanese drumming game because I don't know how to spell that.
Just drop it in James, please.
Yeah, just drop it in, James, please, and do not worry about it. I don't think it even needs a vote. The
No,
only
we don't
votes
need
that
to
would
do
come
a
in are
vote.
trolls.
Okay.
It's a
Well,
bad game.
I like that game.
Do you really?
Well,
It's a
do you
rhythm
have? You
game.
probably have the little drums.
I do.
Yeah. See, it's different.
Yeah, that changes everything.
Yeah,
Keyboard
it's
and mouse
different. I
playing
can-
that game sucks.
Can annoy my neighbors.
Sifu, I thought was a really good game.
Yeah. that'd
It
be
looks
good for
awesome.
me.
I didn't play it, but
It
I
looks
watched
very
some of
fun.
your gameplay and I thought it looked amazing.
I think everyone can agree that's a good. Wow, chat just coming straight in with a meh. Unbelievable.
They don't like it.
But
Drag
what
it
don't
down.
they like about it?
Drag it down into hell. They don't. They don't like that. It's not Lego Star Wars.
Wait a second.
Oh,
Does our
now
votes
there's a
only
vote for
count
good.
as one?
As you vote for
Alright.
good.
It's gone back to good. It's gone back to good. I'm going to end it there. Good.
Wow.
Can we? I need
Jeez,
to,
oh my God, Danny, you're out of control.
Walk
we
it
need.
in.
We need to move
he's
fast
power
on this.
hungry. Yeah,
Walking
so
with
stop
your
at the
vote.
polls.
All right. I think Cyberpunk 10 out of 10. I love the
Really?
game.
I actually
Absolutely.
do really like it too. I do think it's better than The Witcher. I would say 10 out of 10 IGN as well.
Yeah.
I'd say it was 10 out of 10 IGN as well, to be honest.
And I don't think we really need to debate that. I
You
think that
pieces
with
of-
three of us saying 10 out of 10.
Keep supporting that bullshit that they're gonna feed you. Nom, 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 nom.
You don't
Oh my
like
God, the
Cyberpunk?
game is great.
I don't like the way it came out. I guess one day when I feel
You're
like
right.
it
The
deserves
game
my
came
attention.
out broken in a way
yeah.
that was unacceptable, but they redeemed themselves. It doesn't crash
it
like it
didn't-
used to.
Do you feel the same way about No Man's Sky?
I just
I
want to
love
say,
No Man's Sky now.
But
yeah,
it
but
came out
that was
broken.
No Man's
Yeah.
Sky came out completely broken, and
Oh,
know,
you
made
must
it
be
again.
talking to Zach because I
Well,
love.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I'm
Man's
asking
Sky.
Zach. I know.
Well,
you
No
love
Man's
it.
Sky also had like no like features really when it came out too.
Yeah.
They added stuff on. Cyberpunk didn't. They just made their game work.
Well,
I
they
mean,
also
that's
got
fair,
hacked.
but-
They got hacked bad and had all of their computers when it was just about to release, like under hostage from what was it called? That where they hold your
Yeah.
computer hostage.
Arasaka.
It's 10 out of 10 IGN. Because remember
Yeah,
as
I
well that we're voting on how it was this year and not how it was when it came out.
Yeah, the way that I played it, I felt it was a 10 out of 10 IGN.
Yeah, I love that whole beginning story choice where you get to choose from 3 different characters and it doesn't fucking matter.
No,
Yeah,
it does.
totally.
It changes.
It
the-
totally
you get-
changes
It
it.
does
You get,
not. It
you get
does
completely
not.
different missions based on what you pick.
You do not get you get side missions maybe. You don't get anything.
No,
that
no,
impacts
the
the
first-
story.
the first main mission is different.
because
Yeah.
you have
Oh,
different
God.
knowledge.
The last missions and the first
What?
missions are
It's
completely
true.
unique.
It doesn't change the story. They made it seem like that was what was part of the game. Like it was going to have completely. You basically have like an opening intro missions that are different.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree that it should do more, but it doesn't not do anything.
All right,
Food-
10 out of 10 IGN.
Food
Doesn't
truck-
matter at one.
Food,
All right,
food truck simulator.
keep
I'm
it
going to
to-
say, food truck simulator.
It's a James, please.
I'm going to say it's a 10 out of 10, James, please.
Okay,
Oh,
10 out of 10, James, please. I'll give it to
Yeah.
you.
I think it's a 10 out of 10, James, please. Although I think
And I
they
don't
really
even think
needed-
we need to spend much time on Elden Ring. That's 10 out of 10, 10.
All agree.
Yeah.
A real
So-
10 out of 10.
and we're getting through these because there's
Yeah,
going to be some
finally.
probably fights on different games, but these
Yeah.
ones should be nice and easy.
okay. Well,
I never
This
played the
is-
Quarry.
let's have a quick fire round. The Quarry is garbage. Disney Dreamlight Valley is garbage. That's
Source
just
What
of
is that?
Man
Asking?
Source of Man has also ended up being garbage.
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
It's like,
I'd say Multiverses is a meh. It really has potential to be much better, but
Nah.
I think it needs more
Bad,
characters, which they're adding in, and I like the gameplay though.
Let's do a poll for Resi 4 because I think it's important to, at least poll the main channel stuff. What did you think of Resi 4?
I thought that was meh. Honestly, it was not my
Really?
favorite Resident Evil that we played this year.
Even with the HD mod that you found?
Even with that, honestly, it being in the meh category, like I thought Resident Evil 3 was better than 4.
Oh yeah,
But I
100%.
don't think meh should have to be. I don't think Resident Evil
This
3
is the
should
one
get into the
when,
good
when we're
category.
in Espana.
This is the one where where the president's daughter's been kidnapped.
Oh yeah, this is the best one we played this year.
I thought 3 was best of the ones we've played this year. I can't wait to play 7 and 8.
I thought this one was the most fun. It's janky as all hell.
I have the VR version, and I'm gonna play it probably
Oh,
next week when
no.
I'm in Sedona.
It looks like Meh has got it for Resident Evil 4.
It's probably right.
Stray is probably Stray was amazing.
I only
was-
played a little bit of Stray. It was very nice, but I never went back to it. I was never like, oh, I gotta go play more Stray.
I think you were emotionally traumatized by it, as I was at
Yeah.
first. But
It's a little rough.
I'm going with good.
I mean, people
Okay.
really like that game. It's a good at least.
I'm going to see what the chat thinks on this one because I think it's good. I would almost say 10 out of 10 IGN. It's I'm on the fence.
His cat's staring him down right now. What are you
I mean,
doing?
I do
Some
love
people say it's
cats.
an experience. It's not even a video game.
I've heard
Oh.
I've heard similar things. said.
That's like the Stanley Parable, isn't it?
Or 12 minutes.
No, it's Stray's definitely a game. It's got platforming game. Did you play it, James? Stray.
I did not play it. It looked good, but I feel like this is one of them I don't want to sway the vote on because I didn't try it, and it looks. I don't have a judgment on it.
Okay,
You're
I
a
think
cute little kitty cat and you make a robot friend.
I think it.
I'd
lands
like
in-
to play it though. It looks like something I'd like to give a shake to. I don't know if I'd like it though.
Looks like
Oh,
it's a
Jesus.
good.
I think Shredder has to go in James Please. That was one of the worst gaming experiences I had this year.
Yeah.
I wish that it wasn't the case because I really was excited about it, but when we played it, it was broken.
Yep.
And nothing brought me back to it.
This does make me sad.
What
Because-
would you rate it?
I don't know. I think I kind of agree with you though, because as much fun as it is on playing it single player, really, these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games are co-op games, And if
Yeah.
it fundamentally doesn't work with online co-op, because let's be honest, in these COVID times of nobody likes to see other people anyway, no one's playing it split screen co-op, really. So, you know, how many times did we have to play that freaking street level where it just none of the items would appear?
It was awful.
Yeah. I just feel bad putting it in James Please. Maybe it should just be bad.
See, I went back to it and played it since they fixed that, and so
Did they?
I think it's a way better game now. So
Did you, though?
you guys
Tell the
just
truth.
need to
No,
give it
did
Did you
another
play it?
chance.
he's just trying to make a
Yeah,
point
mean, it's-
about
I've
Cyberpunk.
100%. I've 100% of it. Like 2 different consoles.
Okay. I mean, then put his vote on there. My vote is, from my experience, that it was James
just-
Please.
Yeah, I was gonna say good is as high as I would put it, but
Well, chat voted good too, so that's 2 goods, 2 James Pleases, and I'm saying
I guess bad it is,
bad.
then, huh?
So I guess
Got
it
him.
lands in. Does it land in meh rather than bad?
It's bad.
there's 3 goods.
It's 3 goods and
There's,
it's yeah.
I guess, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
but-
it is almost
But
bad.
I gave it a James Please. Morgan gave it a James Please. And Danny, I thought you said that it was
I said it
bad.
was bad.
So, like, that's
But I
not
don't want to
good.
say it's bad. I want to say it's at least meh. No, I
Of
don't know.
course, I don't want to say it's James Please. I want to say it's 10
Okay.
out of 10 IGN. I looked forward to that game. But it's a
Okay.
James Please in my
We,
book.
we've got to move on. Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3, I'm going to say it was meh.
I didn't
because
play it.
It's,
But I don't like Bayonetta games, and I don't want to play it.
The reason why,
About it.
I mean, the reason why I mean, they're just hacking. I mean, it's Devil May Cry, but with a lady who has hair that can, you know, turn into clothing or not clothing, depending on how frisky she's feeling, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, the problem with it was just heavy on cutscene. It was just like heavy on cutscene and then a boss, and there was not really a lot of exploration going on in this one. And I don't know if that's a Nintendo Switch thing or what, but I liked Chester, the new big Chester on the unicycle. It was good fun. Oh no, it was a penny farthing he was on. But anyway, I guess it is a meh. Chat saying meh. I think it got it.
Kamikaze says, wow, James is like, I don't like good games. When did I say that? That must be taken out of context.
He doesn't like good games.
We were here forever. We were here forever. Is a me and Zach
Didn't
job.
play it. Seems like a cool game, but I'm going to abstain my vote from it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
I thought it was good,
Meh.
but the difficulty curve just went very quickly. So you know, maybe just me and Zach don't get on well enough to be able to cope.
Work
but-
together to make it happen.
yeah, potentially, but I'm going to say it's meh. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I'm so sorry. I want to give Kamikaze credit where credit's due. He says, because I don't want to play X game, which is Bayonetta. Well, I played Bayonetta 2 for a little bit, and it's just not my style of game. So maybe it is a great game. And I guess your comment of, I don't like good games, while I don't agree with it, I'll say that you have that opinion. Sorry. Moving on.
Spider-Man Remastered. I just want to say that Mikey streamed Spider-Man Remastered on the weekend, and it's amazing how it looks when you have the graphics on something other than low.
Oh my,
Mm-hmm.
that laptop's hurting.
James's
That's
black and
hilarious.
white mono
It's
vision.
getting old though, right?
I thought it was a new laptop.
It's from last November.
Oh,
It's an
shit.
RTX 3070.
Oh,
Or I'm sorry, it's an RTX 3050.
I knew it was new.
Yeah.
but it's still a laptop. You know, you can only have so much from it.
Well, it's a 3050 laptop, so I mean it'll go ish. But yeah, I see. But when you stream in on top of it and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, you
If
need
I-
to set up
if
that
I turn-
second laptop.
I have it set up. I just got to get the audio. If I'm recording just me, not a big deal. But when I bring in another person, then I have to have the audio levels in the final form when I record it.
Final form.
Final form. Why? We'll figure it out.
Is
later, I
I'm going to
guess.
be sharing it with you also. So all of then everything, like the ability to share the game with you to see it. Like I'm streaming it out to you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, James, since you're the only one here who played it, what were your thoughts on Spider-Man? Oh well, Zach's played it too, but not on stream.
I would
but-
give it 10 out of 10, honestly. I mean, I really think that game's great. I haven't beaten it yet. I look forward to playing it more. I've been busy. But I would say that I just loved it. I think it's a great game. But I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, so that kind of puts it up for me. Just the ability to play as Spider-Man, pretty fucking cool.
So 10 out of 10. Zach?
Yeah.
10 out of 10, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Chat's currently saying 10 out of 10 too. Ho, ho, ho.
It's got stuff that's a little or too much repetition, but it's
Are
big.
you talking about the side quests and stuff?
Yeah, a little bit, or just everything kind of is a little bit like that. The
Yeah, I
combat,
feel like I like
it'd
the
be
actual
fun and-
game. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that if you use the gadgets and stuff, you can have like some variety, but once you get like one kind of like thing you kind of get down, you just start doing that
Mhm.
the whole time.
Wait,
Um,
Mikey finished Spider-Man in one sitting, one stream.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
No, we didn't. But
God, I was gonna be
Probably
so
do the
embarrassed.
story in one stream.
yeah, potentially. BioShock.
I'm gonna say 10 out of 10 every time.
Me too.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Did you
BioShock
play it?
is. I beat it. I love it. It's one of my favorite games ever.
I'm gonna say
And I
based
was-
on the
it
experience
hurt
that I
so-
have, James, please.
Oh my god. I was so excited for you to play that game. It's like
So was I.
Half-Life. It's like Half-Life 1 and Half-Life. It's on this level of games that I just think are
We all
so
had
good.
a lot of excitement going into it.
A lot of expectations.
A lot of expectations. Yeah, we can finish it in 4 days. We did it in 6.
No, we
A lot of
didn't. We
blame
didn't.
getting pushed around. And then we didn't finish it.
But you played it in hardest difficulty, didn't you?
No,
He played
the
it. He played it on
next-
hard. The
one
second
up.
hardest.
It's a hard
yeah.
game. Like you,
Yeah.
you
But
should have
nobody
played it
said,
in normal.
Like, yeah. When I chose hard, it would have been nice if there was someone there coaching me who said, like, no, it's impossible to do it in that many days.
I
Hey,
tried.
Morgan,
I
You're a
tried to
great
warn you
gamer.
not to pick
I'm never
hard.
gonna.
I
I'm
to-
never gonna
I-
say that it's impossible for you.
Go back and watch it. I told you not to pick hard. You just went and did it anyway. How hard could it be? There. Off you went.
Oh yeah, but survivor mode. Are you talking about survivor mode? for
No,
BioShock?
no. I beat the survivor mode with you, but he did it in hard, just regular hard mode.
Yeah,
Well,
regular hard.
survivor mode wasn't around when it first came out, though.
Chat says good. I'm saying 10 out of 10. Zach's saying 10 out of 10, obviously. And then James is saying 10 out of 10, and you're saying it's James, please. Which I guess
Got
makes
some
it,
Morgan supporters.
on the whole, to be fair to Morgan, it makes it a 10 out of 10 IGM.
Yeah, baby.
You guys are dumb.
I mean, that game is so incredible, Morgan. I think you
When
should
was the
play it
last time
again.
you played it? On
And you-
PlayStation 1 or something?
No, I played it on PC. But I played it twice. I think I've beaten it twice. I played it on PS3, I think, and on PC.
Tinykin. I thought Tinykin was good.
Good.
I never played it.
I think we can all agree it's a good game. It's basically you're in a giant. It's one of those games, a bit like It Takes Two and some others, way like you're basically a miniature person in a giant house. So you get all the fun stuff of jumping on the cassette tapes and playing with toys and all this kind of stuff. It's good. It's fun. Train Sim World 3 is an obvious 10 out of 10 IGN. No question about that. I'm going to put that in there. I think it belongs in there. Dead by Daylight?
I have mixed feelings on it. I kind of feel like I would put it in meh. I think it's a great game, but for all the wrong reasons. It's a very short gameplay loop. It's a waste of time, but I'm not going to say it's as bad as Minion Masters in that sense. But like, I don't finish playing Dead by Daylight and feel like I had a great gaming experience. I feel like it just plays on my addiction.
Okay, that's fair. Metal Gear Solid, I'm going to say easily a good game. I don't think there's any
Never played it.
objections to that.
Medium or hard depends on how fruity you feel. That's what you told me.
Wow.
Well, how fruity did you feel? I mean, I think that's
You didn't say. You just told us that you were like, oh, you can't. You were rallying against
well,
it. You
pardon
literally- I
me
was like,
for having
medium or
faith
hard.
in you.
I was like medium or hard, and you're like, just depends on how fruity you feel.
You know, I feel,
Yeah, for the record, if you ever ask how fruity Morgan feels, it's always going to be Very
Hard.
fruitful. Very fruitful. Like a banana.
God. Have any of you
Potassium.
guys played Sonic Frontiers?
No.
I'm going to put it out to the chat because I'm going to say it was
Pretty
bad,
harsh on it?
but I don't know if that's fair.
You're gonna James Please it, right?
I'm not going to James Please it, but I'm going to definitely say it's a solid bad. Okay, let me throw this to the chat quickly because
What's left on the list now?
not too much. We've got Sonic, Plague Tale, and Saints Row.
Oh, I haven't played any of these games. Okay.
That was all
See you, James.
We'll get through the last two pretty quickly because Saints Row, I think we can all agree, is probably going to live in bad too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm waiting to hear that you guys played it recently. It's all fixed
Well-
and it's all great. 10 out
Well,
of 10.
while we wait for the
IGN.
poll to come in on Sonic, let's just agree that Saints Row is bad. I don't think it's a James Please. I don't know, Zach. Do you think it's a James Please?
Which one?
Saints Row.
Saints Row.
Oh, it's bad. Fine, bad.
Bad. Yeah. And then Plague Tale Requiem, I think, is good. I think it's probably not a 10 out of 10 IGN, but it's definitely good.
Seems fair.
So yeah, Sonic Frontiers poll is about to end,
Bye, Mikey.
and they kind of split out. Just Sonic Frontiers is bad. That's basically where that lives. Okay.
All right, so now we get to go back and make our arguments. I am still going to argue that Toe Jam and Earl is a good game.
So you're going to vote.
You have to make a trade.
All right, I'll put Helldivers in meh, and then I won't need to...
You're gonna trade. You didn't. You have no say
Here
in
we-
Helldivers.
You can
No,
only.
this is
You
what
can.
I'm saying.
No. Here's what the rule was. You can bump up one or down one
If-
if you're the one who
person
played it,
played
right?
it.
So Stanley Parable is the one Morgan played. Do you want to bump it? But you can't bump it up. Do you want to bump it down?
Down
You want to
So I
bump that
can't
down?
decide
Okay.
which one.
Don't you do that. Don't you
That's-
do that.
Oh,
I
wait,
played
are you,
Stanley
wait,
Parable.
wait. I will not bump it down if you leave Toe Jam and Earl where it's at.
Here's what I was trying to say is I don't mind Toe Jam and Earl being in the meh category, but you got to bring Helldivers down to meh with it, and you gotta, and that's the thing. It's like I can't in good
What?
faith, like it's better than Helldivers.
Helldivers was so fun when it came out.
Bear in mind
Alright,
that we
I
do have
will
about
leave-
10
I will
minutes.
leave Toe
before we
Jam
have
and
to
Earl
end
where
this,
it's
so-
All right, that's
Okay.
fair. Toe Jam and
Okay.
Earl, as long as Stanley Parable doesn't leave.
I will say that The Witcher should probably bump up to a 10 out of 10 IGN. And I was the one that played it, and
Okay.
based on everything that I'm
I
saying,
won't
here,
argue it. I
That's
had a
fair.
bad
Same
experience.
with,
but it
same with
wasn't the
Lego
game's
Star
fault.
Wars. It's above the other games that it's in the category with.
Oh my god!
You get that vote.
Wait, how many votes do you get?
You get to vote once to either put it up one or down one if you played it. So who played
Yeah.
Dead Cells? Let's do
Me.
these
I
quickly.
played
Dead Cells should probably be in good. It's probably
No,
not
no,
a
no,
10.
no, no. I played
10
Dead
out of
Cells, and I believe I streamed it too, and I think it's a 10 out of 10.
Okay, Alien Isolation.
That game's incredible.
Yeah, I played it. Bump it down to meh.
No,
Well, you can't
that
bump
game
it down
will
too.
always get. That game will always get 10 out of 10 for
James played Aliens, right? So that's what it is.
Yeah, we all play
Okay.
Sea of Thieves and agree.
We don't want to move Sea of Thieves. We don't want to
Hades
move
is
Hades.
great. Cyberpunk is great. Elden Ring is great. Spider-Man is great. BioShock should just be bumped down since I was the one that played it.
me. All right, that's fair. He did.
But
play
I
it.
played it too.
No, you
Okay.
cooked shit.
No, I played it too. I beat it on
Damn it.
super difficult hard mode.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I'm going to
Super
use my
difficult
vote to bump it back
hard
up. Bye bye. Okay,
it.
there we go. Satisfactory. I think we can leave that where it is.
Yeah.
Helldivers. We can probably leave where it is.
I
Astroneer.
mean, I played Helldivers in the recording. I believe it came with one of the Humble Bundles, but I'll leave it there because it was, because.
Astroneer's probably fine. Is there any here that we want to move, basically, that you played? Just call it out.
I mean, I would think that, but both me and James played Death Story, so we have to agree. But I think it should be up.
I think that it's at the right spot. There's a few things that I think that need to be changed to put it at a 10 out of 10.
Terrible.
Okay.
Danny, wait, hold on a second. What if I was to bump up Sniper Elite 5?
I mean, you absolutely have the right to do so if you want to.
Oh my god, that's
I'm
gonna throw
bumping
this
it
whole
up.
thing
I'm
out of
bumping
whack.
it up.
That's
See,
a
I
troll move.
asked you what you thought it should be, and you said good, and now you're bumping over
No.
to 10 out of 10
Now I,
IGN.
can,
Troll.
now I can secure it. Now I can
You know,
secure it.
Sniper Elite 5 and Elden Ring.
Oh
same,
my goodness.
I can play mini games. I have to flex the little power I have here. Okay, man.
Okay. You want to bump up anything?
literally
Morgan?
all I
Sifu? I don't think I'll bump up Sifu.
Now,
but-
unfortunately, I need to bump up every game on this list one now since Sniper Elite is there.
Fine, move it back down.
okay.
No, if Zach really feels that, honestly,
No,
I'm fine with it.
this is the rules.
But I
Um,
think he's kidding, and he's just trying to throw some.
He's trolling.
I do like that game a lot. but I mean,
Retro
to me,
Wave
it
needs to
is-
get bumped down to a James Please.
who
Where's
played
Retrowave?
Retro Wave?
It's in the bad category.
We'll come to
Oh,
that. in a
we
moment,
aren't there
yeah.
yet, right? 'Cause
We're
gonna
on-
go through.
we're-
I'm there.
yeah,
I
we're-
moved on.
We're on meh.
I
Does any-
promised Morgan I wouldn't bump up Toe Jam and Earl, but I do believe
Yeah.
it belongs in the good category.
I was
I'm
gonna
not
ask
gonna
you
do
if
it,
you're gonna
but-
I think the meh category is good. I think
Yeah.
I'm going to flex my one for Choo Choo
Wow.
Charles and put Choo Choo Charles in good. I'm sorry. I think it deserves to be
Okay.
good. Anyone? Oh, so bad. You want to move Retro Wave down to James, please?
Yeah, and I would move Stone Shard up to meh.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
just think it's better than a lot of those games that ended up in that category.
Any other movers that anyone wants to move?
Can we move Resident Evil 6 down lower?
Uh,
But other than that, I'm pretty satisfied.
okay.
I don't know. I feel like Retro Wave shouldn't be in the same category as those other games because it wasn't like cringy bad. It was just like a regular game. But I'm not gonna. And I do believe Stone Sharp probably belongs in Matt also. So if Morgan's gonna bump it down, I won't stop it. But I'm gonna replay that game, and if I feel that it deserved a bad one, I'm gonna hold it against Morgan internally for the rest of the year.
But
And maybe once in a
I
while
think when
extra.
you play it again, you'll realize that there was really only one. Like it's a very one note.
You're probably right. I don't know for sure, so I'm not gonna bump it back to back.
The
but-
gameplay is the same over and over again. You just change which car you're in and the music that you're listening to.
That's possible. I'm not going to bump it back
It's
to back.
possible.
Wait, you don't remember the gameplay?
I remember the gameplay, but we only played it for like 20 minutes, I think. So it might be that like if you play it more, it changes more. I don't know, and I'm not going to bump it back. We'll see how long I played it.
I don't think that you'll ever go
Played
back
it for
to play
22 minutes, so it's I don't know. It wasn't good enough for me to die on a hill for it. That's for sure.
Any James pleases that anyone wants to
play
move
it.
up? I wish I could move up Paparazzi, but I never did play it. Sad times.
No, I think that's all.
I would definitely bump The Quarry down if I could. I'd bump Resident Evil 6 down if I could, and I'd bump Disney Dreamlight Valley down if I could. But sadly, there isn't a worse than James Please. What's HZD?
Garbage.
Mikey said, "Where did
Oh, jeez.
HZD land?" Am I being crazy? What's HZD? Horizon Zero Dawn. We didn't play that, did we?
No.
Yeah, we didn't play it.
Didn't play it.
Well,
Mikey.
good stream, boys.
Didn't play it.
Didn't play it.
I think where we've landed is about where I expected. I think we've done a good job.
There's a few things that I'm upset about on the list. but
Okay, yeah, you're upset
Okay,
about Toe
you know
Jam
what?
and Earl. We know. We've heard.
I think Sniper Elite 5 can actually go back down to good, and I have actually a point for it, real quick. It's the fact I played with you, but I didn't stream it from my perspective. So maybe there's that. So let's just leave it.
Well, now
You
that
truly
Zach has
played.
made that change, I feel a lot better about it. I also, in my mind, will think that Toe Jam and Earl is at the top tier of meh, and I can sleep at night with that.
At the end of the day, if you want to put Toe Jam and Earl in good and let Morgan come in on the Stanley
I
Parable,
cannot.
you can do.
No, I cannot move Stanley Parable. It's a game I've showed so many people that aren't gamers, and
It's a game
everyone
now.
is loving.
But what I'm saying is, the Stanley Parable will still be good, and Toe Jam and Earl will also be good. Like I think you
No.
might be, it might be a win for a
Toe
win.
Jam and Earl doesn't belong in the same category.
It's
as Stanley
closed.
Parable.
The polls have
It's
closed.
closed. Dark Page is
Doing all
trying
the-
to nominate their favorite game series.
That's literally what we're doing.
No, but from the audience perspective.
Yeah, that's literally what we
like watching it. Yeah. What's the favorite game series?
Yeah. I would have to say it's
didn't it?
probably Hades.
Well, I guess so.
Is
I think the numbers say it was
GPW.
GPW was favorite series.
But then
GPW
why
was
did
very
everyone
good.
stop watching it? The ratings fell off and we had to stop. And it's sad because it was the highlight of my weekends.
It was your entire weekend.
It was
That
my
the
entire.
problem.
That's the problem. It was my entire weekend. It's true, but
It was crazy. It was so much work. I know you were doing 90% of it, but it was still too much work for both of us.
it was pretty fucking good though. While it lasted. I miss it. I thought it was good. I still want to do specials every now and again. Like
We should. We should like maybe when like the American presidential races come around, we can have a
big world events.
matches.
We should have done a World Cup
Yeah.
one really, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although having said that, I have moral objections against the World Cup this year, so fuck that noise. but-
Yeah, I'm out on the World Cup.
Yeah. Coolio. I'm gonna have to wrap it here, but I mean that was fun. I think we made some good progress and stuff. Yeah, great.
So long,
Cool.
and thanks for all the votes.
Bye-bye.